Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We are live and back at it again, folks. It's another week in wrestling. We're kicking it off with WWE RAW tonight. It's going to be a fun one, a stacked card, and so much to get into. So make sure you get in that chat. Strap in, strap on, grab your snacks, grab your feel good, and welcome to the Wrestling for Life Network. Let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live and back at it again, folks. Like I said, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. This is another live stream, and we are back at it again for a little WWE Raw. I hope everyone out there is happy, healthy, and safe. You are doing well. You got Monday in the books. The Gur Mondays are over, but we're going to cap it off with a little bit of Raw tonight. It's a fun one. Lots going on. Lots to talk about. 2 out of 3 falls for the IC title and so much more, including Randy Orton. But me and that pretty face are going to run you guys through the next few hours and be all the reaction to all the action. So make sure you get in that chat, click all the buttons, be a part of the show, be a part of the fun. But I will remind you, I am Mr. Every Night, KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube. That is Big Nick.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Wrestling for Life Network proudly brings to you its YouTube tag stream champions of the world, the Every Night Delight, KJ White. I'm Big Nick, and my guy, do we need to start off with what's kicking off Monday Night Raw tonight with Mommy Rhea Ripley kicking it off.
Mommy kicking it off. So yeah, we're looking forward to that. The special announcement. I like that Pierce does these like little social media posts. Aldis does them as well. But yeah, Mommy starting off the show tonight. Will we get the Terror Twins or just half of them?
Well, that's going to be the interesting thing too as well, because it was, for those who don't know, it was announced that Baszler Berlin will have Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest taking on Liv Morgan and one Dominic Mysterio. So already we're kind of really getting into this. And I'm surprised because I thought Damian would have been involved with Finn, but they very much had the brother-sister relationship between Priest and Rhea and playing that up. So I think that this is a good angle to go with. You can do Priest versus Finn later.
Yeah, you still get to Finn versus Priest, but the urgent matter at hand is what's happened. And I mean, I think part of this is, as much as Finn might have ended up being the guy that pulled the trigger, Dom had a big part in the deterioration of the Judgment Day. Now there is rumors that the Judgment Day is going to be called Street Trash moving forward. What the F?
Street trash, riff raff. I don't buy that. Just
what is up?
That was such a, I hate to say it, but it's literally just such a trash name. It's literally trash. It's so terrible. Like, how can you expect someone to get over there with that? You're barely seeing people. It happened in NXT without the mud, and I get the whole reference with it and everything, but just calling them little street trash. What the fuck are we doing?
I will say this is just a rumor for those tuning in again. Once again, hello. Fill up that chat. We will say hello to everybody as we are about 25 minutes from the start of the show. But yes, Nick, you can't call them street trash. We don't know. I don't know where this rumor came from, but
it sounds like a Meltzer rumor.
There's nobody within those walls. Like, come on, a company that's right now clicking at all cylinders, a dude like Triple H at the helm's like, all right, street trash. We can make this work.
Click, DX, Evolution. You know what? What's a great faction name for you guys? Street Trash. No, that Vince Russo wouldn't even name something that bad. Well, strike that from the record. But still debate. If it's debatable with him, what makes you think Hunter or anybody would do something like that?
Well, yeah, and again, like you said, I can't see it getting over. Like, coming to the ring, street trash. I don't get it. Now, I mean, Gunther did make a reference to Damian as street trash, so it would be really weird. In addition to that, that's something that was geared towards Damian to help make him a baby face is going to be their new.
We're one step away from Frank Reynolds in Always Sunny as with like the little Andre singlet as the trash man. My God. Like, what are they expecting people literally to like just throw trash at them because that's their name? Like, why? that does not pass the smellness test at all. Like that, if you say that out loud and then really think about it, you're like, there's no fucking way.
Right. Yeah, I can't see it being a thing. I really can't. I mean, again, they've got the Terror Twins, not a bad idea. And it's working. I like what they're doing with Rhea and Damian, keeping them relevant outside of the turn. So yeah, I mean, the idea that I can't imagine. We'll see what happens. I don't even think they need to change their name. Just keep going.
No, I thought that they had put out merch recently that was kind of hinting towards where we're at now with this and everything, and it still should and could be called Judgment Day. That's what's over. That's the name brand. That's recognizable. You don't get, whatever, like, you don't get a name brand over, and it's like, say with even us, we're the Wrestling for Life Network. It's not like we're all of a sudden going to be like the Waste Management Life Network or something like that, like just out of the fucking blue. You don't
live
you don't need to switch up what's already going.
Yeah, and again, to your point, JD got a new T-shirt. Judgment Day got a new T-shirt. So it would really surprise me. Again, don't believe everything you read, folks. Now, if it happens, we'll be here to definitely pick it apart. But I don't buy it, and I don't believe it's a thing until it's a thing.
But in other Judgment Day news, shout out, I can't remember the Irish promotion. I'm a terrible wrestling nerd. But Finn and JD are actually going back there, I think, sometime around October and everything, and make an appearance. So we're now still getting WWE wrestlers showing up at these kind of more independent shows, more global shows, like how we had Shinsuke and AJ go to Noah. We've got Tavion Heights out there as well, which he's looking like a goddamn beast, my guy. Tavion Heights, if what he's doing out there in Japan, just let him do that at NXT. And I'd be wanting to see him face Oba. This man's out here looking like athletic ass Jeff Cobb.
Yeah, we don't know much about him yet. And at the end of the day, I think if there's that much upside, we're going to see it. And then, again, him going elsewhere and performing well in a time where he's not getting a whole lot of TV time. So, yeah, I mean, again, I think the NXT, the developmental is fully stocked. And now we got names that we haven't even really considered yet, as we will see a new crop of talent come in to the fold, like a Tavion. And what can he do? I'm all for it, man. I really am. And this relationship they have, I believe it's it's like something straight up like IPW. But yeah, no, I mean, Irish Pro Wrestling, I think it might be.
Yeah, I think that might be it.
But at the end of the day, man, I love the fact that WWE is in a place where, again, if the Japanese wrestlers can go back to Japan, why can't the Irish wrestlers go back to Ireland? Like, and again, it's just planting those seeds. It's grassroots marketing, and it's touching base with that level of fan base. Where I think for a long time WWE had that gap of, we're up here and everyone else is beneath. It's showing, like, and that's kind of the corner that AEW had marketed for a long time. WWE's creeping into it day by day.
Yeah, well, because it's a little bit of that. Well, I can't use the talent on TV, so I'll use them over here. Or even if I could, they've got a buzz over here. So now I can free up some space for something else for a minute. While they go over there, they do that, what have you. Like you were even saying with Tavion Heights, that instantly made me realize everything we're saying with like the new crop that we've got coming in NXT reminds me of how we had this holding period of once everybody from NXT got called up, what have you, everybody moved on, and now we've had that backfill going on. But yeah, it's nothing but free advertising for WWE, and it's a lot of just good faith deals.
Yeah, it's good faith deals. And again, for those out there who are like, the WWE is not for us. WWE, like especially with the fan bases, right? Like, oh, I'm into, indie style wrestling. I'm into a different style of wrestling. I'm not into that WWE stuff. And there's WWE talent reminding everybody, like we were here, once upon a time. And again, it kind of just touches base at that grassroots level, which I think is huge. I think Triple H is trying to conquer the globe in a completely different way than it ever has.
I mean, I think we can kind of relate. Grassroots trying to take over the globe. I'm all the way for it.
Right?
Even got the beard and the bald head. All we got to do is spit water, my guy, and we're there.
I could do it, but I might fuck up some shit. And we've gone through some
all the electronics, just the whole stream goes down.
Right. It's a good idea when I first did it. But yeah, I mean, and a lot going on going into tonight. What do the Wyatt Six do? We are getting an American Made. How do you feel about American Made as the faction name?
I don't exactly care for it. It feels
Yep.
very like straight out of like I said,
Mhm.
of it's a little outrunners of like 80s, 70s, like early 90s wrestling of it, just
Yeah.
American made. It feels like, well, what was it? American Males was in team. That's why I keep going to that in
Mhm.
my head. It's
Yep.
very reminiscent of that. Like you couldn't go anywhere away from that. Christ, use world's greatest tag team, whatever. You go the whole angle route and everything. Go with the fact that it's around the Olympics, add that fucking level to it, what have you. Just it's so close. American made, American Alpha. It's like, or Alpha Academy. Sorry, Christ.
Right.
It's even like I
Well,
said,
it
it's
is a
that
bit,
close. There's so many A's.
yeah. It is a bit funny though. You start a group, you run the group, you control the group, you're in charge of the group, you kick people out of the group, they keep the name. There's Alpha Academy, and you decide to go to something like if he had just stayed the Alpha Academy, I think it would have been fine. Continuity. It's just an upgraded. It was the upgrade version of Alpha Academy.
Should they have just taken the Diamond Mine name?
That would have been interesting.
I kind of like it. I kind of like it.
Yeah. Yeah.
To
I mean,
hell
I
with you,
get,
Roddy. But it's literally everyone in the Diamond Mine except for Kemp and Roddy.
yeah, that's not a bad shout of like, listen, the Diamond Mine and they sell to why it used to mean something, and we're
What it
reviving the
stood
Diamond
for
Mine.
and what we're gonna go back to, and you've
Yeah.
already got the fucking music, the Titan, you've got everything. You've got it
Yeah.
there, just collecting dust. Why not just dust it off a little bit?
That's interesting. I might take that better than I do. Like, I mean, again, American Made's not terrible. It just doesn't. I'm like, just stay Alpha Academy and make the Misfits come up with a new name. Call them the Oddities. I don't give a shit.
I don't even know if this is exactly what Christian in the chat's saying, but it sounds very much like American Gladiators, kind of like it's like you would expect Julius Creed is now like
Yeah.
Thunder and
We
Brutus
got,
Creed is Bolt.
yeah, Thunder and Nitro and
Right.
Well, you mentioned Christian. Let's say hello to some of the people as we are partway through the pre-show, folks. I will remind everyone out there, we are here all week long. Wrestling Court returns on Thursday. We are doing the custody of Dom Dom. Poor Dom Dom back in the hot seat, trying to figure out who he belongs to, Nick.
I think this is the only time there's ever been a second custody trial.
Right. So instead of a ladder match, we're going to take this one to court. Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley. Nick is going to argue on behalf of one Rhea Ripley. Anthony's got Liv Morgan, and I will be presiding over the case. So, folks, don't forget that Thursday, 8 p.m. Plus, we got crazy times coming up. We're into the late parts of the summer here. Sorry, I know it's heartbreaking, but we will be here for All In, All Out, Bash at Berlin, Emergence. GCW's got shows coming up. House of Glory's got shows coming up. We will be watching more live wrestling than anybody else out there, whether we can actually show the show or not. Right, Nick?
Right. Yeah. We don't need to show the show. Sometimes even we get permission to show the show. We still don't show the show.
Absolutely. But, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I will say hello to some of you. Isaac was first in the chat tonight, saying Drew McIntyre and CM Punk, Rhea
Yeah,
match.
he said a bunch of words trying to make a sentence out of them.
There you go. There's a lot of wrestlers, but yes. We'll see. I mean, Punk's scheduled to be on the next few Raws, so that's exciting. And we'll see how this ties into Berlin and see how it ties into post-Berlin.
Does Randy interact with anyone like a Drew, like a Punk, what have you, now that he's going to be floating around probably Raw because he's going to be on, I believe, tonight, and also he's going to be challenging Gunther in 2 weeks' time. So could he's obviously going to be there. He's got to interact with other people. He's not just like they fly him in just for his one segment and then rush him right up back out of the building.
No, I think you should. I like the idea of doing that, like having like him and Punk bump into each other backstage or whatever, because you also want to give that illusion of like this could be Randy's home in 2 weeks. Like this, you want to give that like, hey man, good luck on your title win, but if you win, I'm coming for you. That kind of shit works for me.
Absolutely, absolutely.
WrestleMania 37, Rocco, good to see you. See Money, welcome back. When we see an instant replay video refereeing these heels are getting away with a lot of shenanigans. I'm beginning to think this pro wrestling may not be on the up and up. See,
I read this earlier and it popped me, so I was waiting to see if you're going to read the whole thing through. Yeah. C-Money always out there just, reminding us, it's still real to me, damn it.
Right. What's up, Kevin? How you doing? Hope you are well, sir. Damian, always looking forward to something. Nick, tonight, 2 out of 3 falls. IC title. This is it. This is the moment you make Braun Breaker. You solidify him. You put him in the, you lock him down. And I think
asking now, does it go, sorry if I cut you off, but asking now, do you go, Braun goes 2 straight falls, you trade falls, and then, it comes down to the last fall. How do you do it? Which, by the way, I think that this is a fantastic way to bookend Monday Night Raw. If you're starting with Rhea Ripley, and you're most likely should end with 2 out of 3 falls. So, and you still got to fit in Jey Uso, Randy Orton, Gunther, the Wyatt Six, all in between the middle of this. So that's fantastic. I think you go Braun wins first fall, Sami wins second fall. They fight tooth and fucking nail. Like the third fall is going to be the best part of that whole goddamn match. And then Braun gets the third fall. It's good. I predict and hope that they give a pay-per-view level quality match and give it time to go versus it's 2 quick falls or Sami gets the first and then it's 2 quick falls or anything. Let this cook.
Yeah, give them time. I want this match, like I said, to kind of kick this off. Is this could be a very kind of, we know the breakout star that Braun Breaker has been. I think this could be that moment, like where people say, "Well, he's just a spear." I think a match like this could really
impressive spear.
Yeah, no shit. But I think a match like this could pull the best out of them. I could see them 100% splitting this. Part of me wonders if you give Sami the first one as like a oh shit. But I think Braun Breaker is going to be on the aggressive heavy. I could see a world where he wins 2 straight. Maybe not like super fast, but 2 straight. Like emphatically beat Sami over the course of 12, 15 minutes kind of thing.
Well, then that would be, I guess, more of like what you said of if you had Sami get the first fall and then Braun gets the first one and then now is just pissed off and he destroyed him the second one. So it's just now I hit like a jackhammer. And 1, 2, 3. I like, he's 1 step away from doing it, my guy. I really just wish that they let this go, and it really this ends this solidifies this because we've still got another big man waiting in the wings who might have written somebody off of TV that we can talk about too at some point. That maybe want a shot at this title. So I want this to just. You have Braun go over, or you have Sami go over first, or actually either way. We'll say Braun will go over first, Sami go over second, because then you believe, okay, now he's got some momentum. He's fighting back, and then he just gets, the fight back gets cut off in that third fall, and that's where he wins it.
Yeah. No, I'm really intrigued with this one, and again, I think this buries that rivalry. The question will be, where does Sami go? But we can talk about that all day. I'm going to get to a little more of the chat, and then we'll circle back around. But, boss, good to see you. Looking forward to seeing all my brothers and few sisters. Wow, 12%. We're growing. We're growing in the demographic. Let's go. We watch men and women wrestle each other on this fine Monday night. Good to see you, Boston. Welcome on back. Echo that sentiment. Odds is with us. Damian, we got you. WPW. What's up, buddy? Eric's with us. Scott's back with us.
Denisha, what up?
Hey, Denisha. Bash 8. AB's with us. Odds is again on the list. Polo, welcome back, sir. Hope you are doing well. Roman, I see you. Vance, I gotcha. Who else we got? I see 36 MMA. Welcome back. Phil's with us. Dennis Hodge, welcome back to the show. A lot of
Easy
names.
Steven Chambers. Sorry?
So this roll call is getting longer by the minute. TJ.
Yeah, we might just have to start doing like, hi, this is this. And then we just start and then we'll incorporate the topics amongst what saying hi to everybody.
Yeah, this used to be a lot shorter. Chambers is with us. Eric Tate, welcome back. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, if I haven't said your name, Hurricane Jason, welcome, welcome, welcome. Touching on the American Gladiators idea.
Right.
Anthony, good to see you. Good to see you. Whether we show the show or not, I'm dead. There you go. There you go. It happens when you're, I think Nick says real, authentic.
When our shit is real, our shit is raw, our shit is authentic. We don't need to show the show because
because we got all the way in it. Jackie, welcome back.
It's been a minute. On the road for work in Michigan this week, but still got the Wrestling for Life fam with me. Absolutely. Spread the good gospel. Absolutely. As actually we're on USA Network for the first time in like a week or two. Yes. We're not on the Sci-Fi anymore.
We are back to USA Network. That is something I found very interesting with like these little things, like the WWE even last week or the other at SmackDown as well. It's like our return to USA. Like they take these little like nuances, but still spin it as if like we're having a party. So again, I'm looking for a good show because of it. The Olympics are over and we are back to business as usual.
Absolutely. And well, this is getting towards the twilight hour of Raw on USA, of Michael Cole even commentating on Raw and Pat commentating on Raw. We're getting into, fall weather changing over, my guy.
Right. Yeah. I mean, again, getting late in that summer already. The year is passing by, dude. I guess breakdancing isn't coming back to the Olympics. It was rubbish. I don't know if it was reported or not, but shout out to the Canadian who kicked the shit out of everybody.
A shout out to that. I think she was Australian, or the one lady that was out there that hit the kangaroo kick harder than MJF ever wishes he could.
Right. I also like they used the creeds in GCW Bloodsport. Yeah, it was a good shout, Nick.
Absolutely. And well, now we might see a former WWE employee show up in Bloodsport. I still think Lashley's showing up there at some point.
I think so. I think it fits well, and I think MVP who showed up and laid the groundwork. So we'll see. I don't know. Go ahead.
Did you hear Lashley has a boxing match, I guess, allegedly coming up?
Really? Who's he boxing?
That's what I had heard floating around through the tea leaves and everything, that Lashley might actually have a boxing match coming up. Maybe he's gonna. Could you imagine Jake Paul versus Bobby Lashley?
That's what I'm saying. Did Jake Paul challenge Bobby Lashley? What happened?
Yeah, but Bobby Lashley can fight. Like, dude actually is a legit collegiate wrestler, was a badass in Bellator or Strikeforce, actually. Right. So mans can go.
Yeah, I mean, again, he's trained. He's a big dude. I wouldn't want to be on the other end of a beating from him. So yeah, I think we'll see. It's very interesting. I was gonna say I don't see them rushing into anything, like any full-time commitment with anybody. As much as people want to rumor things, I think they're really going to take their time with it, enjoy some freedom. They're not exactly, I don't want to speak on their behalf, but I think they're, not exactly strapped for cash, so they can take a little bit of time here and figure out their next move.
Yeah, and I want to say this, and it might be a little controversial, but it's kind of something I've always kind of felt with Bobby Lashley. Is he a little bit like the Brock Lesnar of, is his heart really in pro wrestling? That's the thing, is it's always never seemed fully, and I don't know if it's just Bobby as a character, how he's been presented, what have you. I've always kind of felt like he's never been like that super guy that's like, I want to be a pro wrestler.
I mean, I imagine there's got to be some desire, some interest in it for doing it so long. But maybe I'm naive. But I just think Bobby was a very talented guy. He had some good runs and spurts. I think Bobby's a tricky guy to get behind long term. I think as a babyface, he's a little bland. He's not the best of promos. And then as a heel, he was never really billed right. I think his best heel work was actually in Impact Wrestling and not in WWE.
I would put it up against the Almighty. The Almighty and everything was pretty solid.
Yeah, but he was always at his best when he came out, destroyed somebody and left. Right, when he had MVP as a mouthpiece, it worked. It helped him. It allowed him to just do what he did best. Again, highly talented guy. I'm curious what.
I was just going to say, but is that era of wrestling gone, especially in WWE? Because that's why they're, even without everything going around with Brock, I think that's gone. That's why there's no Goldberg retirement send-off match in WWE.
No.
That's probably why they weren't, batten down the hatches to make sure we get Bobby back. Is Bobby's one of those, like you said, of he's smash him, stack him and leave guy. He's not one of those that's going to have a 15-minute match, can really storytell throughout a match, what have you. So maybe that era is done in WWE.
Yeah, I think that's a big part of this, dude. And I really do think that the times have changed. You even look, I mean, you have competition that maybe swung the pendulum too far away from old WWE. But at the end of the day, I do think that Triple H understands the value of the athleticism. I understands the value of delivering between the ropes. And I think that you see a lot of the talent that's maybe not the guys. And you already brought up Bronson Reed, like a guy that Vince would never really get behind. Vince wanted the bodybuilders, wanted the big guys, didn't really care how athletic the matches were, as long as two big, oily, jack dudes were fucking smashing each other. Vince seemed pretty content with that as the product. So yeah, I do think that Goldberg moving on. I don't know what happens with. The only reason Brock is different because Brock is Brock. But Bobby, other
Braun Strowman hasn't been featured that much either, and Braun Strowman's that same ilk.
Yeah, Braun Strowman. Again, we saw Jinder get released, another big dude that, again, not the. I think Triple H is leaning more towards the Kevin Owens, the Sami Zayns, the Cody Rhodes, those guys. They're fit dudes in most cases. Sorry, KO. Hey,
he's in shape. Round is the shape. Round is the shape.
He's a gorgeous human being. I'm just saying it. I'm just putting it out there. But no, at the end of the day, man, I think that it's a new time. It's a new type of presentation. You got to bring more to the table than I have a lot of muscle.
Right. But shout out Wizard there, as we were at 100. Let's see if we can get back there, folks, as we're 2 minutes away from the start of the show here.
Right. Let's go. What's up, Bash, Kevin? Somebody had something interesting. I was going to click on it, but then of course the ADD kicked in. And but yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we are about 2 minutes away. Nick and I will sync up our coverage. If you want to play along and try and sync up with us, by all means do so. But we will be here all night long as Raw. Again, 3 hours of good programming over the last couple weeks. Oh, that was one of the comments of the Damian Priest has found a new gear. It's funny how wrestling works out like that sometimes, of like, he lost his belt, best promo ever.
Yeah, when he's out there, I found my family. Like, yeah, it really made him spin it around, and really it aligned everything. It's a little bit like when Roman, came back at SummerSlam, and then he's aligned with Heyman. Of it all just kind of, the pieces all fell together.
Yeah, again, very like Drew. Like Drew was kind of stagnant, and then Punk hurts himself in a Rumble, and all of a sudden,
I prayed for times like this, and everything falls together.
Right. So yeah, I mean, funny how things work out. And we'll see. We'll see if he can carry that momentum. And again, there's no reason why the guy can't be a champion at a later date. I mean, he hasn't retired. He didn't quit. He just lost one match. So I hope he keeps going. I'm a big fan.
Right. But Wizard of the Odd, Blaze, Roman, J-Boy, Propunzo, Roddy, Tommy, everybody, what up?
Swimmy,
You're right. I'll try and read this super quick. I was going to ask you a question, but we'll get to it in the commercial. Did you guys hear that Kevin Nash was butthurt over the guy who played the Russian in Deadpool and Wolverine? I got a kick out of that. I did not hear that.
I didn't know he was butthurt about it, but tough break.
Right, Spaz, what up? Oh yeah, because that was the one thing that Nash had to claim to fame is.
Yeah, but can Nash even walk? Like, I mean, the last few times I've seen Nash,
he's like a quad.
Like, I mean, if they need trees, as I got then.
I have
now
the ending of like 911.
All right, so let me know when you get to now. As I got now on the screen, Nick's going to catch up to me, and then we will be rolling, folks. Get in that chat. We want to see triple digits in this chat tonight, and we will find out what's going to kick off Raw. So
it's Rhea Ripley. We know that.
Oh, yes, we know it's going to be Rhea Ripley. Where are you at now? No.
I am still at the end of this goddamn show. Give me my Monday Night Raw.
Punk is buried. Yeah. I'm glad there's an LOL on that C Money. Let's be real. Punk's doing just fine.
Well, Fat Joe had Terror Squad and Kevin Nash has
Are you
Terror
still
Squad.
not there?
Yeah. I'm literally trying to seek alternate routes here.
Okay.
I'm like, why? Well, I have found it.
Yeah, I got the replay of Liv beating Rhea Ripley. It's mommy time. So
I had Gunther powerbombing Priest, so I don't know if I'm ahead or behind you. I just paused there.
I got Gunther celebrating and Finn looking evil. So when you get Finn's face, let me know you get Finn's face. Ladies and gentlemen, I will remind everybody we are live and just playing a little bit of
Finn's face.
Okay. We are finally synced up last Monday. You got last Monday?
No, now I got the end of Finn's face. I didn't know. Last Monday. Now I have last Monday.
What did you touch anything for?
I didn't touch anything. I thought that I wasn't sure what point you were talking about when they panned into Finn's face. Pause.
All right, now I got everybody hugging. So we're giving the whole storyline of the Judgment Day, the history of the Judgment Day, and how we got to this point. So building up the relevance to it, folks. But get in that chat. Like I said, we're 10 away. And if you haven't hit that like button, do it. Make sure you do it because we want triple digits in the likes as well.
Right.
Yeah, breaking it all down. I like this.
I've got Priest and JD going out in the ring. Are you around there?
Priest gets jumped by Finn Balor. McDonough tossed the outside.
I got the Balor elbow to the back of the head. There we go. Yep.
Okay, Liv and chop block. So Finn just standing in the aisle. And Rhea returning.
There. I got Rhea now.
Here comes Rhea running down the ramp. You good? Are you
yes.
sure?
We're as good as we're gonna get, my guy. Took us a jump. I was literally I'm watching on the USA on the browser, like their actual web browser, and it's still showing whatever random ass show. So I had to go to YouTube TV to find it. Yeah.
Mark Henry is back home. Yeah, pictures service today of Mark Henry at Raw tonight. So again, very interesting. A guy that I thought that AEW could have utilized a bit better than they did. And now we'll see.
Is that when you turn on AEW is when they got rid of Mark Henry? Say it now. It's time for the main event. Well, now when his son signed with WWE and is on an NIL deal, so he's essentially going to get paid by WWE while he goes to college.
Absolutely. Funny how things work out, Nick, as I'm getting a sky view.
Right.
Austin, Texas.
The stars at night are big and bright. Deep in the heart of Texas.
Liv Morgan and Dom coming into the building with JD in tow.
They look like the couple in high school that smells just like Newport cigarettes. That's the thing, though. They kind of do look like street trash, riffraff. They're Sid and Nancy a little bit out here, as we've got Randy Orton showing up. Randy Orton
on screen. Timu, Judgment Day. They're pretty much the same. They're pretty much
they literally only lost 2 people.
How'd they downgrade? Sami Zayn in the house. Braun Breaker in the building.
How long do you think Judgment Day goes, but with the whole no leaders, no egos, all of that, before Finn really kind of starts to establish himself as the behind the scenes leader?
It's inevitable. It happens every single time, Nick. It's always the case. It will, it never works. No leaders.
Right.
So, I mean, again, I think Judgment Day has some legs and they'll go for quite a while. As here comes Rhea Ripley, folks.
Right. This is my brutality. Girl, you're fine. My client's coming out right now, by the way. So, folks, make sure you tune in to Thursday when we get to the bottom of who should have custody of one Dominic Mysterio. I will be taking on defending one Miss Rhea Ripley. That's my client coming out right there. Is Anthony's taking on that Jezebel, that harlot, that, blasphemer of Liv Morgan.
Did they change up her entrance song now?
Don't. It's like it's the weird fear. It's like getting zombie bit of you get like a Def Rebel theme now all of a sudden, just out of nowhere. It just turns into some bullshit.
Right. Do you see Rhea and Priest creating a new faction to fight JD? No, they're on their individual little run now. I don't see them putting anything around them other than themselves.
Yeah. What other spooky, wrestlers are they going to bring in? Are they going to bring in Tatum Paxley, Ivy Nile, or Isla Dawn and Alba Fire? Are we going to, just get the spooky Avengers?
Right. Yeah, I don't think it would be the case, especially with some portions of JD. It just is what it is. I think it's strength in numbers for the heels, and that's good storytelling.
Well, and it's also even one of those of, why would I want to fight your battle? They didn't do shit to me. I don't care. Why do I need to be involved in your shit? Right. Your bullshit is your bullshit.
Exactly. Michael and Pat kicking us off.
And soak it in, man, because we're in the last few days here, the last few weeks of this being either one of them being on Monday Night Raw. We're going to Corey Graves and Joe Tessitore.
Right. Rhea's got the mic, folks. Everyone turns face or stays face post Judgment Day. Priest, Rhea, Edge, Truth. Also check out 2 episodes of State of Wrestling, available now where you vid and pod. There you go. Thank you so much for the super chat. Remember, folks, if you feel like we're not clicking on you, we do have the super chat and the super stickers.
Right. Well, Truth was always a baby face. He didn't turn anything. Rhea going on about, emotionally invested because Dom turned on her. I trusted you. I believed in you. I loved you.
You embarrassed me. You broke my heart. You left me for a Jezebel. How dare you? You left me for someone else. You were my Dom.
This when he made JR of, just when Damian Priest goozles him, choke slammer to hell.
Dominic. Ooh, the crowd doesn't like it. When she called him Dominic, he's fudged.
You know how it's that one of, she is mommy, but it's one of those of Lily when your parent uses your full name, like when it's Nicholas instead of Nick. Oh, your asshole puckers a little bit extra there.
Oh,
right? You done fucked up now, Aaron.
Dominic. Oh,
when they start throwing in the middle names is when you really messed up. The more of your full name they say, the more you done effed up.
You can't run forever. She is so dialed in, it's disgusting.
Oh, she's Thoughts Battery, shout out my guy, appreciate you. Rhea's a different type of over. She's, again, I've said this multiple times, she's not one of the best women's wrestlers. She's not even just one of the best WWE wrestlers. She's one of the best wrestlers, period.
Sorry, Nick. We got trouble. Where is she? Oh, they're hiding in the crowd.
Pat, they're up there.
Right?
Oh. Hi, Rhea. Oh, my God. This is so, just visceral shit. I'm like, I hate you before you even speak.
Yeah, and they got the heat on to Liv. Liv's getting plenty of it.
Well, we said this before. This would be a heat nuclear weapon here. As she's even covering her
so well.
This is so good. We said this. This is a nuclear weapon. This is a weapon of mass distraction, what have you. They're literally booing the shit out of both of them. because they were already hated Dom. He was already getting nuclear heat, and now you got Liv just to do nothing but play up to it.
Mm-hmm. Could we see a tag match between the Terror Twins and Liv and Dom?
Yes, that was announced.
Was that announced?
Mm-hmm.
When did that?
If it wasn't announced already by WWE, the rest of the world knows about it.
Okay. I did not realize that was announced. I mean, it's not a bad idea. It keeps both of them busy.
Right.
And allows some revenge for the babyface without taking that title away so quick. You suck, right. Champs breaking out. As we are in
right. But I was saying, as Liv's even egging him on, and I even like to where she's covering Dom's ears and like, yeah.
No, she's doing the perfect, like just sitting on his shoulder, smirking.
It's the literal devil on your shoulder.
Yeah, you can picture her pulling like some dude out of a bar, like, come on, Chad. Come on, Chad. It's not worth it, Chad.
Right.
Like, fuck you, dude. Like, oh my God.
She gave me tendies whenever I wanted. You're a grown fucking man-child.
I play video games. All of a sudden, the crowd stops booing. They're like, wait a minute. That sounds...
But this literally feels like this is Dom yelling at his mom. Well, we've missed Jason's super chat or becoming a member for 13 months twice now. Rhea and Priest are a new team called the Terror Twins. Yes, thank you. We saw that. This is literally Dom just yelling at his literal mommy. Of like,
I love
she
her.
gives me tendies when I want. I love her. I'm going to marry her, and I don't care if you don't like her.
She thinks I'm cool. We're getting married. Leave me alone.
Right.
I'm proud of you. Okay.
You actually had some stones. You did something for yourself. Hey, she's giving away my fucking trial here, my guy, of watching Dom grow into the man that he has underneath, Rhea's tutelage.
He wanted the nuggies. He wanted the nuggies and the huggies. Wait, that doesn't play right.
Us men are simple creatures. We can just be swayed by chicken nuggets and video games.
Apparently.
We're just a dog chasing a car.
Oh, this is awesome, says TK.
That's how you know it's not the real TK, because he didn't say it was great.
Yeah, busted.
Right. Expose him.
Bring back stage design. Is someone actually holding up a sign? Bring back stage design. This is what's wrong with wrestling fans.
Well, no, I mean, you still kind of want the hooks, the SmackDown fist, all of that.
Meh. Pack the buildings and put on a good
Dominic show. Is the man. And it works so well too, because Dom just looks like a dude you want to punch in the face, and Liv has the voice of a chick that she's with a guy that needs to get punched in the face.
Yeah. Come on, Bradley. Let's go.
Right. Steven.
We've all bumped into that girl at the bar.
She's like Sami from fucking Jersey Shore. Ronnie. Ronnie.
Yeah. I want Damian just to appear behind them. Chase them down the stairs.
That'd be interesting as shit.
Let's go. Sloppy seconds is officially the chant that is going around the building right now. I'm just reporting.
And this is why I'm glad it's on USA instead of Fox, because they're not just having the screen black.
So people don't get offended. I will remind everybody they're referring to Dom as sloppy seconds. Just so we're clear. Dom is the sloppy jalopy in the situation.
Right. He's the sloppy floppy jalopy. You've taken a lot from me, yeah? My weak links. Hey.
I'm coming for you.
Why'd you make her Scottish?
I don't know. It just happened.
You're Scottish. Golfer, what up, Boston? Rhea, you're married. Chill. Let Liv have Dom. Well, he's married too. Smile Mark, what up? Larry, what up? Love how Liv just quick shut down the crowd.
There he is. I called it. Let's
go.
Damian Priest appears. Run, run, damn it.
Look behind you, you dummy, says Pat.
Yeah. Oh, Rhea's missing now. What do you do, Liv? What do you do, Liv?
Oh, she's running up. Yes, you got one coming at you upwards, and you got one coming at you downwards.
Live on Damian. Live on Damian.
There's Finn Balor rushing into the stadium, going by me there, getting blowing off his exhaust to get there to getting save Liv and Dom out here. We're fighting in the concourse.
Liv and Rhea went one way. Dom and Damian
fighting out in the street. This is where we need that picture-in-picture when you'd have like the hardcore matches and they're fighting out there and down Bourbon Street and everything.
The crowd is on their feet, folks. Damian beating Dom back into the ring. Now, Damian has a match, so I'm wondering if that match is up next.
Seems like it would be, but this is he's dressed to fight, but this is a hell of a way to start off the show, my guy.
Hilarious. And dude, exactly how I would have done it. Damian pops up, forces him down the stairs a little bit, and then Rhea gets her chance to chase Liv away, but Liv gets away. And this matchup between Damian's about to get jumped by Carlito. Hey, there it is.
Yep.
Let's go.
Yeah, so we're right in the ding here, pretty much, folks. So let us know who you taking, whether you're taking Carlito or a Damian Priest here, because this has got to be the start of this match now.
Ladies and gentlemen, we head into our first commercial break. Damian standing in charge in the ring right now. He will take on Carlito, so get your predictions in on that match. Let us know who you're taking. But yeah, if you're just tuning in, great start to this show. Led to a fight, led to chaos, which is leading to this match. And the crowd, I mean, they popped for Damian Priest.
Oh, absolutely. That whole segment was literally just nothing but the crowd being lit. Think about it. Even, like I said, of this second, they're out there and it's Dom and Liv. And they already hate Dom. And now Liv's just got that insufferable, nasally, New Jersey-ass voice and everything. And she's bigging up her man. And like I said, she's out there, Ronnie. They're booing Dom, and she's covering his ears so he can't hear the boos. And you don't know anything. You don't know anything. Like,
right.
They're a black hole of heat.
You're such a loser. You're such a loser.
But that's the thing is they're a nuclear weapon. They're a weapon of mass destruction when it comes to getting heat, because that's literally all that whole segment was. That whole segment was them being the crux of that, because they got the crowd hyped for all of it. Like Rhea's obviously going to get people over. Damian is too as well, but without them there, like that, the crowd just went insane. That's the hell of a way you start off a 3-hour show.
Yeah, and again, it definitely looks like they're leading towards that tag match, though I haven't heard it from them, so I'm assuming that's happening, but it definitely feels like they're setting it up if it's not official already.
Right.
Carlito with the wrong shoes. I don't comprehend.
I'm surprised there's not MDB out there saying he needs knee pads or something.
Right. I love this commercial break. Yes. That was great. With a lot of people pointing out Carlito's boots. What did we miss?
Well, I mean, we're also kind of hosting a show, so I'm so terribly sorry we missed his boots. Where was security though?
What is up with his boots? I want to know.
We'll have to see when we come back, unless they've done a boot switch in this commercial break.
Excellent opening segment. I agree. It didn't go too long. It was compelling. It was interesting. Crowd was into it, and it leads to the first match of the night. Well done.
Well, you called the spots too, and still popped for the spots. So that's a hell of a statement onto itself of when you can almost guess at what's going to happen, and it still gets a reaction out of you when it does happen.
Yeah, it just felt funky that they had the curtain closed on the tunnel. So that's I was sitting there watching, and they had like a curtain over the tunnel there into the concourse. So I was like, what if Damian just walked out? And sure enough, there he was. But it's the perfect way to do it. Again, it's like the baby face. Oh, the baby faces are going to get the best of the heels. But as much as they had the advantage for a second, the heels get squirmy and start running away and such. By the way, Liv's still running. Run, Liv, run! Like,
run, run. I'm always a sucker though for a fight in the concourse if it at least makes sense there.
Yeah, 100%. There's total reason for that to make sense in the idea that you would imagine that Liv and Dom would be running away and somebody like Damian and Rhea wanted to kill them. So well done. Great opening segment. Good energy. Again, Raw kicking it off with energy. There's definitely more cadence, more beats to the show now.
Right. Well, then should I click on, I guess, allegedly Debbie Downer here? Mr. Noob saying Judgment Day will take the L and look weak. How did they look weak?
They're henchmen at best. And actually, I don't know. Well, I could see this match not having an official winner, but Damian, former champ, beating the shit out of you doesn't necessarily make you look weak.
And it's one of the biggest attention grabbers on Monday Night Raw. I've always said it's one of the rules of wrestling. If you're not last, you're first. If you're not going to be the main event, you're going to be the one thing that's out there that's going to get a fresh crowd that hasn't seen anything. So they're going to pop extra hard because it's the first thing that they've seen of wrestling for the night. So 100%, this has been fantastic. This is 100% going to be a threat, I think, through the rest of the show too, as well.
Yeah, and I think a lot of times we talk about this where wrestling fans really look at winning and losing like in a microscope, but they forget like how quick things change. And he lost this match and he lost this match. He's buried. He comes up the next week and then hits a whole bunch of shit, and they're all cheering for me. Look what happened to DIY. Oh, they won the belts. They're awesome. What happened to all the people who were buried?
I was gonna say it took them just literally winning the belts, and everyone loved them again.
Where they go? Oh, wait, Damian going to the back of the corner, looking for the razor's edge.
Right. Oh, Carlito.
All right. I guess because he's got
DDT.
They're saying that if you look, Carlito's got two mix.
He's got one black boot and one white boot on.
I think that's on purpose, though, bro.
I don't think so.
No, maybe not.
I think he was just like, fuck.
Right? Well, his shirt's black and white. I'm thinking he's just running the theme.
This is NWO? No, my God. I think this was a man that was, chomping on too many apples, if you get what I'm saying, taking in that vitamins, and then was like, oh, fuck, I got to get up there.
Small gash in Damian's temple. Didn't like that kick. No, I bet next week he's wearing them again. I think he's dark Carlito, black and white all over.
No, he looks like, bro, he's the fucking most like, this is a practice match looking ass motherfucker right now. Right. He's got a shoulder brace on, a baggy ass shirt, some sweatpants, two miscolored boots, and some raggedy ass knee pads. He's still in his he's still trash. So they're just the fucking.
They're Orphan Annie.
It's Raven and the Flock. Where's Scotty Riggs? Where's Sign Guy Judgment Day?
It's a hard knock life
for us.
Said it on X, and I'm saying it here. I'm ready for the WWE to be as petty as the Mud Show fans accuse them of being. Swish, welcome to the slaughterhouse.
No.
Paul Judge Slaughterhouse. Is that what I'm making from there? Thank you again for the super chat.
Yeah. But no, you punch across, you punch up. You don't punch down.
Yeah. There's no point. Every once in a while, you just like stick a toe down there to fuck with them. But
you have nothing to gain punching down.
Yeah, it's fun though. But we go back to commercial break, folks. Damian Priest and Carlito still battling it out. And I see this chat going. So keep it coming. Make sure you hit that like button. We have not hit 100 likes yet. So we got over 100 people right now. Take a moment, take a breath as we're on commercial, and click that like button for us.
As September 13th, we're getting SmackDown on USA. I just got a commercial for it. And that's, I think, the first SmackDown on USA commercial I've seen. And it kind of hit.
Yeah, and I mean, it's only a few weeks away now, my guy. Shit.
Trust me, it's coming up on my birthday in September, and I'm not gonna have to sit there and reshuffle of my like common click-in links of like for this show on that day and that show on that day, because they're all gonna be everywhere else.
Right. What else we got? Kira, good to see you. Welcome back. Welcome back. Just focus on the wrestling, Christian, and enjoy the show. All right. Good advice for everybody.
Sure enough. I don't know what we're talking about.
Why is Carlito look like the Brooklyn?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's out here in the jobber. If they're going street trash, then you might be onto something, because he looks like he picked his tire out of the dumpster.
That's it. Street trash. I mean, they're all going to be like, yeah, I guess this is the new Carlito.
They all just like live in a van down by the river.
Right.
But
72 likes. We can do better, folks. We can do better.
We can do better and be better. But how do you feel with now? Obviously, clearly, the Bronson Reed thing was to write Seth Rollins off for TV for a while, so he deals with whatever injuries.
Yep.
Dave's making it sound like this man's like a walking fucking quadriplegic, but
it's a walking Band-Aid.
I don't think he's that really at all. I think that this is he's still got to heal up a bit, but he's still going to be good to go not too far down the road. But what do you think is next for Bronson Reed? Because that was 100%. He was Channing Tatum. Ooh, I'm about to make a name for myself out here.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's very curious to see what's next. Seth stepping away. And remember, he hurt his knee and opted to not have surgery. He ran a brace. He ran rehab.
Right.
Like you said, I think there's some little odds and sods that he needs to work out. Bronson, though, you use that moment to put Bronson over huge. Seth's return is going to be huge because of it. But it's not like Bronson's going to be pushed into, Drew and Punk. So there's got to be a main event level guy that Bronson kind of turns his attention to now. There's a bit of history there. In the interim,
I think he's got to be floating around the U.S. title scene. It's going to be interesting. I was literally looking at the Raw roster earlier today. I was like, who could he really go at that if he takes out or has a feud with that they don't have a ton going on and is on that kind of caliber, and it gets a little thin.
It does. It's very interesting. And again, it's another good way to get Seth out of the Drew CM Punk situation for the time being. So yeah, I really don't know what comes next for Bronson, but they definitely made a statement with Bronson taking out, arguably the best wrestler in your company.
Now, so when Seth comes back, does he go Bronson or does he go Punk? Depending on when too. But yeah.
Seth goes Bronson. Bronson's his first task. You're gonna go after the revenge. The most recent, assault.
Right. Oh, No, I was gonna as we've got Carlito firing
swinging heel kick.
Right.
Little bit of blood coming out of that temple still, but sweating it off.
Nah, he looks like he sat there and he like picked a scab or something.
Took a thumbnail on the side of the head.
Right. Baz with a $2 super chat. Jay gonna give Rhea some street eats. Whoa, no, he's gonna take her to Waffle House like a nice, respectable man. But Jay Uso's a guy too that a Bronson Reed could just take out. Of I'm just gonna start destroying top guys until you give me attention.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, Damian, Priest missing the clothesline.
Super kick.
Bronson going to destroy Miz tonight. Yeah, that sounds about right. Just destroy everybody.
Hey, that's not about shit either.
Right?
Yeah, it was sounding like Miz and R-Truth of like you destroy somebody that everybody likes.
Yeah. But it's harmless to the rest of the like they'll be, you know, you can destroy them and be okay. Nobody cares.
Right.
Up goes Carlito. Down goes Carlito. South of heaven.
If you like hit it and then hit it again, we're good.
Oh, JD and just JD McDonough.
It's interesting. So is as he just got starched out.
Oh,
there's Finn.
Sorry, Dom and Liv is back.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and there's Finn as well. So where we go? Oh, now we go all the way around. Why did she not just run out? Why do you need to show her fucking music?
Oh, in the balls. Yeah, why'd she get a second entrance?
The king is up and good.
Yeah.
That's up there with like Jeff Hardy of like, I know my brother's getting his ass kicked, but
Oh wow, JD saving Finn.
Oh, I mean, that's a pretty big head to fucking super kick. That's a big target. If you miss that, you're fucked.
JD putting that noodle right in the way of harm. South to heaven for JD.
Michael Cole said, the more things change, the more things stay the same.
Right.
It'd be like that, my guy, honestly.
Shit, the Judgment Day need Braun Strowman. Like, what are they going to do? They are outmanned.
Yeah, that's actually not a bad point at all.
They need something.
Literally, 2 of them just took out 5 of them.
Wait, Dom!
Dude! He got caught midway.
What is happening?
You bitch made disloyal. Oh, and
Rhea's got Dom!
He's gonna eat the riptide.
Oh no, wifey there to save him. Like a good girl. Saving her man.
Like a good thoughty. Liv Morgan's there.
Let's get out of here, Jeremy. This place sucks.
I knew we should have never gone to this fraternity.
You're losers. But JD getting cleared out, folks. This is far from done. As we go to Alpha Academy.
And no one's named Pete. Think about it.
Ivy's starting to look like she might be turning the other way.
Oh, absolutely. Why does Maxine look like a fucking alien next to her?
You say that no matter who she's next to, bro.
No, Maxine looks like she's literally like one of them like fembots from Austin Powers. They're like, da-da-da-da-da-da. She looks like she's like an alien in a human body.
Right. Free Otis. Free Otis from what? He's free.
He's still, that's how you know this man hasn't changed his clothes. You dusty, musty, crusty ass motherfucker. You ain't changed your clothes. You ain't washed no nothing. You out there with a free Otis shirt for 3 weeks now. You've been free, my guy.
I think those shirts should be sent off like the Super Bowl losers. Like free Otis. That's come and gone. He's free.
Bunch of AW fans just wearing free Otis shirts.
That was a great choke slam, says AJ. Glad you approve. We are in commercial break, folks. We are rolling along. It's been chaos to start the show. I like the start to this show, Nick. Good energy, lots happening. I don't know why Rhea got 2 entrances, but I'm not really going to complain too much. But a great start, and almost got our hands on Dom. Gets saved by Liv at the end.
Not a bad segment. You missed a chunk of it out of nowhere. Like Liv and Morgan just walked off into a door that went to nowhere. Apparently went all the way around back to catering and through Gorilla and everything. But yeah, overall, not terrible, not bad. Good, and sets up the feud, sets up the match that we're going to get at Bash in Berlin. It looks like he's dressed for a bowling league. Right. Yes. And also, I will remind everybody we are back at it like a jackrabbit tomorrow for Tuesday night NXT, and we've still got everything leading into, I believe, No Mercy's the next one coming up, but we've also still got Joe Hendry floating around. We've got everything going on, and plus still, why, Wes, why did you turn?
Right? Why did it happen? Heartbroken.
Wesley turning heel made my best bud cry, says Roll Tide Insider. Well, we were out here thinking that he was going to be the one that got turned on. Pause. That's a terrible sentence to say. Instead of the one that did the turning.
Yeah, definitely a bit of a swerve. Did not expect West to be the guy doing the dirty deed. And it was, at the end of the day, West that did it. Now we'll find out why he did it. I don't know. I don't know what the explanation is going to be of like, yeah, you know what? You guys were cool, but I realized you're losers. And I don't know what it is, but, and it'll be very interesting. Like, what does MSK do? I mean, sorry, what do the Rascals do now? Do they just go back to TNA? Does Wesley get another partner to take them on? I don't know.
Is this the victim to an extent of you've got to break off the deal at some point or break off the connection? You can't have them show up every week unless you're going to fucking pay them, because TNA's got to probably like, we'd like to use them too. So
they only need them once a month.
True. Well, they'll film them for 7 weeks, but is it one of those that you gotta find a way to end the partnership in a weird way? Of, I didn't have that on my bingo card at all of any of them even turning on each other. I thought they were clear cut going to win that match, let alone sit there and turn around and turn heel on each other.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that was the big surprising part, is they just got back together. They just reunited. We thought this was going to be something that, you know, would carry for a little while. They could have won that match. How would that work with a crossover champion between the two companies? But it was all for naught, Nick. And now we got to find out what's next.
Right. NXT never disappoint with their heel turns for tag teams. You got DIYs. There you go. The build to this feud is going to get insane in the next few months. Facts.
Yeah, I mean, again, this is cooking. I mean, it's fun. I mean, if you're not entertained, if people out there are watching this going, like Paul said, they do some silly shit. Like, you laughed. Like, no, she already had an entrance. Like, it's like the music guy saw Liv run by, and then they were like, oh, Rhea must be coming. Get her music ready. Like,
right, yeah. And it's one thing if even if your music's playing and as you're barreling down the ramp, what have you, if they just happen to see you go through, so they click the button. But if it's one of those, if you're gonna halfway like just stroll out, like,
right,
what is you doing? If you show up to a fight like that, and I'm telling you right now, my guy, if I'm ever getting in a fight, if I'm getting jumped, and you have to sit there and play our intro before you come to save my ass, I'm fighting you after they kick my ass.
Oh, wait a minute. We're getting a little Wyatt action.
Oh, what?
We got Bo. Ladies and gentlemen, Bo Dallas on screen.
Looking at a fatback TV.
Been heavy.
This has really shown, though, how good Bo is. Like, everybody who thought of him as just Bo leave, no, you can miss that now.
He's another example of, again, Vinnie Mac's booking was a little campy and silly and nonsensical at times. So there was really talented wrestlers doing really stupid things.
Well, it's a testament to when you let someone's creative, vision flourish, what it can be.
Right.
Sometimes you've got to put bumpers on it, but let people explore their creativity.
This is crazy. He's rocking back and forth. Something's happening. We're going to highlights of the Wyatts, and they're going back to Bray. Like, they're showing the old Wyatts.
He keep touching his head and everything. Yeah, as he's just talking to it. Literally a fatback TV with nothing.
Yeah, the TV's
static now.
It's talking to him. There's words. This is interesting. Where is this going?
It must continue.
We got a pyramid.
Other doors. Open other doors. You're right. And still, even the whole VHS like it's very, I mean, a little Stranger Things, but yeah.
This is
as he just repeating now, my life for you, my life for you, my life for you.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. Is it?
Yo.
Yeah, Pat instantly cuts through the tension.
Well, they sat there and took the power out at his show and everything earlier today. He's already been with them enough of he's almost got flashbacks of this and everything. And I like that though, because we've been through all the VHS tapes for all the characters, what have you. And so now we're still getting a callback, we're still getting attention, and I was curious of how we would follow up with that after they've actually had a match. Do we go a week away from them? Do we still continue to go with them? Are we doing too much? Are we doing too little? What have you? So I like that. That's a nice little dip your toe, little dabble do you, and keep it moving.
Yeah. No, I mean, again, I thought it was well delivered. I like it. It brings up more questions. It makes you wonder where the story's going. Like,
right.
You know, you remember that Bray was going to answer to his Uncle Howdy. Like, that was ultimately the feud, is Bray and Uncle Howdy. Does Uncle Howdy have an Uncle Howdy that might, you know, be over his shoulder? Oh, as we're
that's more Uncle Touchy Feely. New Day, as he's even wearing a New Day Rust. I was about to say we're getting a video, and now we've got, you know, your new favorite wrestler, Odyssey Jones, backstage out here. Looking
yeah,
like
I wasn't feeling this at all.
Not one goddamn bit. Yeah, as Kofi and Odyssey are all hyped, and Xavier's like, he's out here. What the hell is this? Of, you know, I'm rocking our new stuff, and they're all rocking like the Wolfpack knockoffs.
Woods just not feeling it. Yeah, he's the odd man out. You know, that's not my Eric. What is happening here? Again, like you said, wearing the old shirt. They got new ones now. You know, he comes down the hallway and Kofi's already hanging out with Jones. But hey, folks, if anyone's keeping track at home, Odyssey Jones on TV in back-to-back weeks.
Right. But could it be the theory that people have thrown out there of it still somehow ends up being Xavier Woods and Odyssey Jones as is heavy? And then if you do get a big E coming back, you get a Woods or you get a Kofi and a big E taking on those two, or maybe this is Kofi's towards the final siesta.
It could be. I mean, again, I don't know how long lasting this Odyssey Jones New Day, especially if Woods isn't feeling it. I think Woods versus Kofi would burn, so I would be all for that. It'd be very interesting because I did throw out the idea of like, what if Woods can get to Odyssey and Odyssey is Woods' heater? You know, he talks. You know, you don't want to be a part of the New Day. The New Day's dead. You know, come help me out, and you give Woods a run. I think Woods is good as a heel.
Yeah, well, he's got the ability to go both. I think Kofi's kind of, I dare say, cooked in that way. And Odyssey's still fresh as a daisy, so he could go either way. And could that be ultimately carrying Cross's like Baron Zemo moment of I just planted the seed that tore you two apart? Of you may have not joined me, but I planted the seed that split up the New Day.
Yeah, I mean, I'm curious. I'm curious how it will all play out. Again, nobody expected Odyssey Jones to show up and join the New Day. Nobody saw that coming, I don't think.
Nobody expected Odyssey Jones to show up in 2 fucking years, my guy.
Right? Like, out of nowhere.
This man got drafted, and we're like, that's a terrible pick because they didn't even use him in a year. And then they turn around. But then that's the thing, though, is when they turn around and debuted him, he destroyed everybody. He instantly made an impact. And think about this. This is still crazy to know it's very much the WWE package behind it versus anything else. His return got more clicks on the tubes of you than Okada and Ospreay combined.
Right? Different animal, different audience, different
standard. Just saying. Yeah. These are facts. Just saying.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Dynamite doing $1 million+ this week now that the Olympics are over, thanks to Uncle Dave. Like, now that the Olympics are done, they're going to do huge numbers, right? Anyway,
right. Yeah, there's no football, there's no basketball, there's no Olympics. They've got the Big Bang lead in. They should do prime time numbers.
I don't know. Up against reruns of Impractical Jokers, that could be in tough, Nick.
Well, no, then they just need to add another overdrive and just have man versus koala bear or something.
TNT's like, we're getting way more ratings with the bear than we are the wrestlers, guys. We got a problem.
Right.
Thank you again, Spaz. What if Odyssey Jones is the heel? Brought in by Cross to destroy the New Day from the inside. Oh, interesting. Odyssey was interesting.
He's a sleeper cell. Well, I'm gonna go.
I don't know.
I don't know if I'm a cell or a sleeper here, but I'm gonna take a pause for the cause real quick, my guy.
Right. Deadbeat, we got that, Larry. I feel like you sent that. But ladies and gentlemen, the New Day are coming out to the ring again. Xavier not looking happy at all. Kofi celebrating. Odyssey Jones going to be in action. So there you go. Quincy Elliott for the W. There you go. Shout out to CJ Brand. His theme is all right. Not bad. Again, I find a lot of the newer themes a little bit on the generic side. What the guy's name is Whiny? Vincent Whiny is going to take on Odyssey Jones. Odyssey Jones for the win. Yeah, I think that's a safe bet. Michael Cole's making fun of the guy in the ring already. Roll Tide not feeling it. There you go. That's how this show's kicked off, folks. Definitely going to be Odyssey Jones. We'll see if it lasts more than 5 minutes. Vincent Whiny, who looks like Lexis King's older brother. Steve Lombardi for the W. Oh, man, an old style jobber. Let's go. I'm okay with it. Again, we're just reintroducing Odyssey Jones to this situation. He is a big man. Put him with Mark Henry. Let Mark Henry guide this guy. Whiny is a bad last name. Yeah, I don't know if I was going to be working the indie circuit, I would go with Whiny. Unless he's a heel gimmick. Vincent. Vincent's going to win this one. Let's go, Vincent. Vincent Whiny. What Michael Cole pointed out, he's probably going to be whiny at the end of this. So there you go. Odyssey just rolling over top of Whiny. Whiny looked like a mix of Briggs and Lexus. He does. It's ridiculous. His name is Vince Wentz. It's Vince Whiny right now. No, I got you. WWE's rude. Vince is a whiny person, apparently. Uncle Howdy, he came in, they booked him for tonight, and he was complaining, and they're like, listen, Vince, you're going to be Vince Whiny tonight. How's that sound? He's like, okay. All these jobbers aren't jobbers. They're from NXT Level Up, which makes them jobbers. In all loose, necessary part of the term. They're brought up to do the job. They're brought up to be the job. So Odyssey Jones gets a quick win. Again, Kofi. Again, Michael Cole making fun of the whiny. But Kofi is happy as could be. Xavier Woods, look. Woods is not interested. Woods asking for a microphone. As here comes the final testament. Speaking of whiny, we got Karrion Kross. Sorry, Karrion, we love you. AOP with friends. Here comes the final testament, 100%. Another day of more lies. Why does Paul Ellering have an X on his head? So Karrion pointing out they're using Odyssey Jones to replace Big E. Odyssey saying, I'm not a replacement. Big Odyssey Jones, New Day rocks. Let's go. John C. Yeah. Ellering tribute to Kevin Sullivan was the X on his head. I like that. See, money, it went past me. There you go. I accept that. I don't know. I feel like Woods is about to have a Seth Rollins moment here. Don't talk mess about Cross. He's whiny. He does a lot of whining. Doesn't do a lot of winning. As we're getting New Day rocks chance. Cross sees it too to nudge Xavier some more. Facts. Karrion's face hair grew back fast. Miracle Grow. He's a PC trainee. That is his real name. Yep. His real name's Whiny? That's rough. I'm about to buy a plane ticket to Toronto. Okay. So Karrion Kofi wants a 6-man against Whiny Cross and the rest of Final Testament. And Xavier just not happy. Visibly not feeling this at all. 6-man tag feels like a perfect opportunity to say, haha, bye-bye. Cross accept. What do you mean? Who said his facial hair grew in fast? It's got like a 5 o'clock shadow. Why? As Kofi hits a note that I did not expect. And Xavier Woods half-ass claps with a I don't like y'all grin. Now, here's the question, ladies and gentlemen. Do you see Xavier Woods joining the Final Testament? Right? They're about to. I think they're about to, Boston. I think that's where we're getting to. Cross should start. The new day ends. New day ends. 6-man tag is better. Kofi keeps undermining Xavier. Facts. As we got Drew McIntyre with Adam Pearce. That hurts. Let's go. Let's go. We'll get it on tape. Okay. So Drew saying, why does Randy Orton get a title shot? Okay, so Drew not happy as usual. We're that close. We're that close. Woods is not impressed with this whole situation. It's just question is, does he just turn heel and walk away? Does he turn heel and join the Final Testament? I almost called them the New Testament. All right, so Pierce getting stressed out by Drew McIntyre again, and Pierce a little foreshadowing there. Why do you want the truest? Why want to truest these people? As here comes the Alpha Academy with Maxine. Tornado tag team match. Don't know why that's happening. Cross reminds me a lot of Test. A guy with a great look, just never made it over the main event slot. I think that's a fair comparable to an extent. JV, that's not a bad take at all. Listen, I think Karrion Kross is a monster, but Karrion Kross has to go back. I don't know. Maybe he needs to shave his head. I know it sounds stupid, but I don't know. Maybe he has to go back to that look, that vibe. When he was in NXT and just annihilating people, Samoa Joe, Ciampa, name after name, he was just taking out. And I feel like he's never recovered from coming. Oh, Femi and Otis, who will fight will they fight tomorrow? I think they're going to fight tomorrow. Femi on Raw. Tess had the bet. I didn't love it. Texas Tornado Tag Match is a thing. Free Otis. Free Otis from what? As ladies and gentlemen, we are going to commercial break. And up next, we're getting the Alpha Academy taking on the Creed brothers. Who do you got? Who's winning this one, folks? Cross reminds me a lot of Tess. Got that one. I definitely see the comparable. I think Cross has got a lot to him. I don't think he ever recovered from coming out with the mask and then getting rolled up by everybody. Yeah, I mean, again, another situation where I think there's opportunity to get past it. It just feels like he's stuck. It's like the fan base can't get past that initial first impression, and it's tough. What are they doing? Why are they still the Alpha Academy? I don't know why they're still the Alpha Academy. So American Made had to go out and get a new name. Now, according to Gable, he didn't want the name, but then I guess Alpha Academy lives on, but it's like Chase U plus. I don't know. I don't know how you want to look at this, but a very Chase U vibe. Maybe bring Chase U up to help the Alpha Academy. I don't know. Maybe they graduate. Can you do the Max Dupree, Samantha Irvin chant? I'll take one free Otis, please. Pause. Yeah, I don't get it. He is free. Oba! So yeah, for those who are just tuning in, Oba Femi watching at ringside. So yeah, Otis versus Oba. That close one. That close. Oba Femi. Oba is here. Obi. Jesus. Oba. Let's go. Oba Femi on Raw. Facts. Do you like the idea of Pentagon Jr. going to Orlando without Ray Phoenix at first? I had not heard that report, Damian, but I'm curious why. Why would one go and not the other? Is Ray Phoenix has been through a lot of injuries. I wonder if he needs time to heal up. If that's the case, fine. Again, I kind of, there's a big part of me that's surprised that Penta and Phoenix are going to WWE. To me, that falls under the I'll believe it when I see it category. But if Penta comes in solo or if Phoenix came in solo, they're both good enough to figure it out. They're both good enough to rise to the top. And again, I think they're going to be huge for WWE. And I think WWE is going to market them. Imagine like the sales of like Penta masks and Penta gloves. I think there's a huge opportunity there with Penta in particular. Oba Femi on Raw. Yeah, sweet Jesus, Maxine. Down, boy. Oh, modern. No. You lost me at the end, my guy. There you go. Roll Tide. Good to see you. Brave Boomer behind Oba Femi. That's funny. I gotta double check. So I'm getting the ad for Survivor Series War Games, Vancouver. I don't want to go. I get it. Why do they keep the name of Alpha Academy? That's being lazy. A little bit, if I'm being honest, Paul. I mean, lazy might be a bit strong, but it's definitely not the most creative approach to the choice. So, yeah. As right now we're in the car with Cody Rhodes. American Alpha Academy for the win. Like, covering all the bases. So we are getting the ad for Atlanta. Don't break up the New Day. I'm not for there's not enough tag teams anyway. Yeah, but again, as we get the ad for Bad Blood, but I mean, I understand what you're saying about a lack of tag teams, but the New Day's kind of run its course. Putting them into the tag team division at this point, are you accomplishing anything? Are you doing any good with it? Is it helping? I don't think it is. I think Raw is the best wrestling show ever. There you go.
Well,
Otis,
speaking of the
so
best stream ever, and also tag teams that aren't just running the course, but just hit the course and still just getting running laps on motherfuckers. How you doing, sir?
welcome back, sir. So
Right, I'm free. I'm free like Otis.
There you go. There you go. As we're waiting for our American Maid to come on down. Holy shit! Look at the visual.
What in the fuck, bro? This is. They just need America. America, America, yeah, coming again to suplex the motherfucking day.
Right, what up, Kev? Some love for Kev. The opening segment. Anything exciting on Raw yet? Yeah, we started with fire. Opening segment was good. The last match was a nice squash match for Odyssey, beating up Vincent Whiny. And
do you think that was halfway a shot because his name's Vincent, and there was another Vincent who they could say was whiny, and they just got to beat him up and send him on his merry fucking way?
Feel like that might be a bit of a
no, that's fine. I'll pull my back out with that.
I mean,
but it'd be interesting. I'm sure that there's a tweet out about that right now. As Gable earlier in Paris, France at the Olympics.
This is wicked from Gable.
At least they're big enough of like, these are Olympic caliber athletes you're in the ring with, motherfucker. Like, and you're just a slob and some 205 Live guy.
Okay. Sorry, Gable's definitely so Gable's got some unfinished business.
He just hates France because of Backlash. Gable's in Paris. That's what we got. Yeah, Gable's in Paris.
As we are off and running from the Sky View, this match
I heard you say that this is a tornado tag match. So there is no tags. There is no legal man syndrome. But
Chad went to Paris, Texas.
By the way, Tess does have like one of the best underrated fucking theme songs. Well, don't. There's no words. It's like the SmackDown, like the original SmackDown intro of, it's a little bit like that. But it's dope as hell.
As the Creed brothers are working over Otis right now. I ran a race with a broken freaking leg. Can be the gimmick there.
Well, it's crazy to think that literally there was people that WWE has on NIL deals that were competing in the Olympics. Like, you want to talk about investing in your future. Mm-hmm. I mean, you've got Olympians signing up to work for WWE.
Oh,
meanwhile, Garcia doesn't know which company he wants to be with.
Yeah, I don't know how true I believe. I don't know. I'm so torn.
We'll talk about that in a commercial. That's a commercial conversation.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about it anyway. But they're going for the sloppy pin right now.
The disrespect.
I can't believe people are still crowing that WWE created the new Liv Morgan homewrecker character to mock Janelle Grant. Fucking hell. I'm not going to get too far into that. It's still pending, but it's dumb. It's a dumb theory.
Yeah, I'm not out here to open up people's cases and shit like that. Like, that's just asinine. That's ass 8, ass 9, ass 10.
No, it's amazing storytelling. And again, it ties right in. It only ties into the Rhea Ripley situation, period.
Right. No. That's people that are already have a conclusion in their mind and they're finding a way to connect it.
Right.
Otis just using Tozawa as a battering ram right now.
Otis smiling. Oh, wait. Put him back.
I thought he was literally about to he stopped him, and I thought he was about to just like, I'm going to smash the shit out of you now.
Otis throwing Tozawa. Yeah, just turn right there. Throw it.
I thought he was about to.
Thank you so much, Kevin.
Otis
Lawanda.
is if Chris Farley actually followed through or was able to fill through his role of playing Shrek, because he was originally going to play Shrek before Mike Myers. That's Otis right now, I feel.
A little bit. I mean, again, I no issue with Otis. They need to mix this up. I said bring up the Chase U to join the Alpha Academy and they graduate. Go.
Just holy sugar honey iced tea you or something.
Put them all together. Fuck it.
Now, it'd be like you always bring up them, South Harmon Institute of Technology.
Right.
It would work, but I still like that's the thing is there's always been something with Otis of like he's got such a personality, and granted, he's still one of those I smash him, I can do what I can do in the ring, but he's got such a great character that you could do something with, like him in the US or the IC division on Raw is, I think, better right now than him with this, because this is just Christ has this run its course.
Yeah, I mean, again, they're still kind of messing around with Chad, and there's still that lingering thing. But I mean, again, it's a bit weird.
He already fought Chad. He already slapped Chad. He already did all of this.
Right. So we'll see. Again, and they never really had his Chad match. I mean, again, so maybe they're saving for some type of payout, a payoff for that. I don't know. I really don't. I think they should not be the Alpha Academy anymore, but they seem to like it.
Well, that's a whole other thing, but you still have Gable involved with the Wyatts and everything. So now even the Alpha Academy feels second fiddle to their own main story.
Mm-hmm. Do you think, yeah, no, we joke about this all the time, Lawanda. Good to see Ricky Starks is out front of the building just waiting to walk through the doors.
Yeah, he's out there like, let me in.
Right. No PLE in September. It's because you're getting one August 31st, and then you're getting one early September. So, yeah, as much as on a calendar we miss a month, it's just weeks apart.
Well, and it's still, what is it, December or something that there isn't one, I want to say.
Last December, we didn't have one. This December, nothing's slated. I think they'll do an NXT one. We'll see if they add anything else.
Yeah, but that's still a little bit of their strategy of sometimes you got to let shit breathe a little bit.
A little bit. I mean, the other company just announced that Wrestle Dream's coming back to Seattle October. So you have All In, All Out, Grand Slam, and then right into Wrestle Dream within like a handful of weeks. It's a sprint.
So how do you feel with the world title then?
Sorry, what?
Based on that of the AEW world title, because I feel like that's
shit, I didn't know what we were talking about. I was like, what?
No, I think that sets the fucking lineage. That sets up the next like couple of matches here, because I think it sets up with the stipulations at it and everything. I think Danielson goes over Swerve. Then you set up to, if you have him defended it all out, which I almost doubt at this point, because it's still interesting if he's got neck surgery lined up. So that might pull the trigger on everything. And then you've got Grand Slam him versus Darby. He wins it. I think if Danielson's going to end it, he does it in, Tacoma, Washington, the Tacoma Dome, the Doug Dimma Dome. He does it out there in, his neck of the woods. And that's where he, packs it in. But the neck surgery thing makes me think that this could go all haywire and all in.
As we are back to the action, folks, Otis in trouble. They've cleared off a table. Tozawa gets caught midair and eats the guardrail. Oof.
Oh, the barricade just right on the upper shoulders, lower neck.
It's always going to be a guardrail to me. 2 count. WWE has more drama than AEW. Hide it and cover it up with their mistakes. Well, if they do have more drama and we never hear about it, they're still doing a better job than AEW. So you might just be guessing, Juan, because I doubt you know the truth. But at the end of the day, the company that can keep it in-house is the company that's doing business proper. Sorry.
Facts. As Alpha Academy's got the upper hand now after Tozawa with the little comeback there. Oh, it is Julius his hand like actually like broken, busted up, like it's red as shit, and he looks like he's got a cast on it.
Oh no. Well, Otis is on fire. Big body for everybody. Rolling through.
Otis is a little bit like if Rhino had a personality.
And was rounder.
Rounder. Short, round, and low to the ground.
Oh, Julius gets caught. The crowd goes wild. The crowd goes wild. Otis is more over than 90% of the AEW.
But that's what I'm saying. Of like they have something there. Like if he was in the US division, you got an Otis versus a Bron Breakker. And how is this powerhouse gonna stop the immovable object type of shit? It works.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's got potential. And I mean, again, I think maybe get him away from Tozawa. No offense, Tozawa, but maybe Tozawa goes to NXT, fucks around with someone like, have a match with Axiom. I don't care. The Fatapillar.
Oh, that's mean.
Oh, it's funny because it's true.
No, he's Chris Farley. Just let him be. Standing moonsault on a standing shooting star press. Good God.
A hell of a match. Surprisingly.
Well, and even just showing off the athleticism of like Brutus Creed is a chunky motherfucker. When are you exactly expecting him to hit a standing moonsault followed by Julius hitting a standing shooting star?
Oh, they're incredible athletes. Oh, Tozawa with a reversal. Is it funny that we're doing a Texas Tornado tag match and it just looks like a regular AEW match?
You said it. I thought it, but you said it.
I'm just saying, like, wait a minute. This looks
there are no rules.
Oh, Tozawa got hung up a little bit.
Oh, I came in like a clothing line.
It looked like they did like the freeze frame and they were
I never meant to hit your heart in love. All I wanted was to break your wall.
Tozawa's feet bigger than they look.
My God, I was caught up in physical attraction.
It looked like, when they do the 360, like they freeze it and they go around. That's what I thought they were doing. Like, oh my God, they're doing this live now. Of like,
instead it was, hi, I'm Akira Tozawa. That's me. You're probably wondering how I got caught up in this position.
Oh wow.
Oh, the blockbuster, and then
Tozawa landed on.
Yeah, both of them.
Now his back hurts. I bet.
I'm surprised he can walk, my guy.
Everybody down.
His ankles broke with that shit, my guy.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're in the middle of a tornado tag. Oh, Tozawa and Otis are holding hands like to.
Don't let go, Jack. Don't let go.
Get the tables. Ivy now jumping Maxine. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Ivy Nile makes her decision.
Bro, why is she selling all of this like a goddamn like amoeba? Like she looks like there is nothing solid in her body right now. She's a lava lamp selling all of this.
Oh, she's choking Maxine out on the table. The distraction the Creed brothers are going to need, folks. Otis bumped out of the ring.
Oh,
look. There you go. You do a roll-up with a push. Why did you have to roll up Tozawa? I don't know, but two men did it, and it's over.
That dusty-ass finish on what should have been a squash-ass match.
I love that match. I had so much fun during that match. That match
we've at least solidified that Ivy Nile is ride or die with the Creeds and not, Maxine's friend there. Because it's so funny. The second she touched Maxine, it's like every muscle in her body just went limp.
I cheered for Maxine getting beat up. I'm not sure if I was supposed to, but nonetheless, poor Maxine as Ivy Nile looks like an absolute boss.
I'm gonna be honest right now. If I had to invest on who's gonna still be in WWE and still be wrestling in the next, I'll say even 5 years, I'm taking Ivy Nile versus I am Maxine.
Right. this crew behind the announce table have been making me laugh all show. And that lady,
well, I know one's homie there with the fucking mullet that looks like goddamn Joe Exotic is a fucking comedian that was on
yes,
Kill Tony, that was just trash and everything too as well. Like, and literally, you want to talk about street trash? That's the street trash sitting there right behind the commentary right there. That's
the one lady knew she was going to be on TV. She's trying to get them clicks up on that OF.
Oh yeah, them things is stinging.
But we are with Pete Dunne and Jackie Redmond, a pre-tape interview, folks. The night rolls on. Alva Academy takes a loss. Ivy Nile joins American Made. And Pete Dunne telling his story about how he was tired of being butch and having a man bun. But he still has a man bun. So never mind.
He just wanted to be bitch. He didn't want to be butch. But I was going to say my joke reigns through because I think you said Dunne about something. I said, and no one was named Pete. No one got the joke.
Now we're back.
All right. I like this though of what we've got recently with Pete Dunne up to where he's been kind of going at Sheamus, he's been going at Trick Williams, he's kind of been going at this whole like top scene a little bit of I'm gonna reestablish and make everybody remember why I am Pete Dunne, why I was the guy that everybody feared about, why I was the guy that was challenging Gunther and all of that instead of just being the side saddle to Sheamus.
Right. I'm an 18-year vet. I didn't know Pete Dunne was in AEW. When did that happen? I do not recall Pete Dunne.
He's talking about all the empty arenas or all the empty seats. That's Anthony was going for the cheap pop with all the empty seats.
Thank you for grabbing that one. That was very.
Yeah, I've seen people do that with like when Gunther came out and was doing his whole promo before the last PLE, and it was to an empty arena, and it was all because of, whoa, I didn't know they showed this on Dynamite.
Right,
must be the hard cam side.
I knew that Ivy would turn as we are getting Braun Breaker just getting ready for this matchup tonight. Remember, folks, 2 out of 3 falls for the Intercontinental title as we head into another commercial break, and no Curtis tonight. I think this is break number 5. I feel like it's 5.
I'll take your word for it. You can have that. That ain't even what I'm mad at.
Right. Ivy officially turns, which is good. Thank God. Better right for Ivy.
Marvin saying Ivy has a weird character arc. She, the one that told Maxine to not let Gable abuse her, and then she turned around and now destroying her a year later. Oh, I mean,
shit changes.
Maybe you realize your shit wasn't right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, shit changes. One day someone says I love you, the next day they're walking out the door. Shit changes all the time, folks.
Hey, but not going that way with it. But I mean, it's not like Maxine exactly listened to Ivy, was saying, walk away from Gable. She sat there and took it. So
no, it's good. I mean, Ivy Nile being kind of caught up with Maxine does her no good as far as I'm concerned. So it's nice to see that play out. And Ivy looks great. And I'm curious to see what Ivy can do moving forward.
Right. As Tony K asking, what is your thoughts on the show so far as we're just past the hour mark? And then Anthony, sorry, I was just saying, Anthony saying, I'm glad Boston got my joke. I think we all got it, my guy.
Yeah. Context is king, but yeah, we got there.
Did you guys like the opening? I think they made the new Judgment Day week. So again, this discussion about new Judgment Day being weak.
Yeah, no, it's silly. Again, I think that they're fine. Then they're up against the absolute monsters. That's the tuck tail and run. Finn's still not touched. Dom's still not touched. Liv's still not touched. Maybe slightly, but still not. They haven't got their comeuppance yet. And that's how this works. Is Carlito gets kicked in the nuts. JD gets kicked in the head. But the main people you want the revenge on are duck dodging everything. So, I think for me, they're supposed to look weakened, but they'll get their moments.
Exactly. So one of those, it's the laws of wrestling of the heels look weak until it comes to like the PLE and then they get the win. Now, granted, I think you could have ended it with just the first segment where they all run off and then it plays into Damian's match and what have you. When you got like Rhea having to get a second entrance, maybe we're doing a little too much.
The second entrance was a bit much. She should have just ran out. You didn't have to do it again.
Yeah, but that whole, like, you could have done the first part of it. You didn't exactly need to do the second part of it, but I also don't think either one was exactly bad. Like,
no,
I wouldn't take either one away specifically just to get rid of it. Like, overall, I think it was pretty good.
Well, again, and if people out there who watch movies, watch television shows, grew up watching cartoons. I mean, to me, it's how it works. Like the low level bad guys get beat up, but the true villains get away, and that's the whole chase here. Is everybody wants to see Dom get popped? Everybody wants to see Rhea beat the shit out of Liv, and they gotta every time they go to do it, somebody gets in the way of it. Do they look weak? No. I mean, they look like a pain in the ass heel faction. That's how you do this.
Yeah, that's the thing, is you can't have, like, you're not going to have every faction look like the Bloodline of they're just dominant all the goddamn time. Of you've got to have, especially a faction like the Judgment Day, and I hope they stay the Judgment Day and not street trash, riffraff, what have you. But them being, the Judgment Day, and them just being that thorn in the fucking side constantly.
Yeah. Yes. And well, here's my question to the chat and to you, my friend. What is the alternative? That Damian and Rhea take a bit more of a beatdown tonight? Like the Judgment Day, like Carlito gets a win over Damian? No, you can't. That doesn't make sense either. So, as we are getting a Bronson Reed breakdown, look at this.
Let's go. As I'll say this real quick, of JV saying the foot soldiers must get whacked first. Pause on that. But yes. Man's 350 pounds. He hit 6, 7, 8 of them tsunamis on Seth Rollins. But this was still, like I said, if you watch the new Deadpool movie, this is him being Channing Tatum. Oh, I'm about to make a name for myself out here. That was a star-making performance of that guy.
9 foot. Dude, they are mathematically breaking this down for 2 minutes,
and it's amazing. Seconds. Force equals mass times acceleration. 100%. Let's go. Physics, you fickle
1,715 pounds.
Showing the force that he came down with. And they're showing every time, the 6 times that he did it. Yeah, this is fantastic. I've said that they need to do shit like this more often, because you're amplifying and showing how devastating this shit really is. You're adding that realism element to this is an actual sport, god damn it. This is not frou-frou ballet, what have you. This is a sport. These are athletes going at it.
2 elephants, 2 small elephants, 10 wild boars.
Jesus. Timon and Pumbaa, when I was a young warthog.
Are you aching for some bacon?
Yep. He's a big pig. Yep. You aching for some bacon? Yep. He could be a big pig. All right.
We got Bronson with Pierce, who Pierce did say Bronson was suspended. Fined
heavily, and then was almost fined again because he was still going at Pierce afterwards.
Man, what an easy way to get out of shit, by the way. We find him an undisclosed amount. We'll see him next week. Like, it's such an easy way of, like, the bad guy did something, we punished him, let's move on.
Yes, but see, that's the thing, is it works because you did enough, so it explains it, it makes sense, it's believable, but you don't do enough that's corners you into a pocket to where you've got to run with that.
And Bronson threatening Pierce, and I'm going to go out and find my next victim. Reed is Juggernaut. Very much so. I get that.
I'm the Juggernaut, bitch.
How do you win the prediction championship? Jessica, you've been here before.
Well, if you haven't, you can win it by whenever we're live for a premium live event, a pay-per-view, 100%. We've got, the predictions. We drop it in the chat, and you've got to just get your predictions in between when we open it and when we close it here. And if you get the most right, then you get your, lovely name above my head there for however long. Sometimes it might even be a day. Sometimes it might be a month. You never know. Sometimes you can win it and never even know you win it because there's a premium live event the next night after.
Coming up very soon, there's going to be a whole lot of title defenses happening in quick succession. So strap in and strap on. You heard me.
Oh,
Yes. Yeah. Everyone keeps saying that, Damian, that she is on the verge of coming back. We don't know what incapacity. People saw the pink streak in her hair, so maybe we're getting Goddess. We don't know, but she is apparently very, very, very close, which I'm excited about. By the way, speaking of exciting, we got the Kabuki Warriors, or I guess Damage Control, and the current
Sky
Kabuki
Pirates.
Warriors.
Sky Pirates.
Sky Pirates, my bad. Cutting a nice little backstage pre-tape here.
This actually, fun fact, and this was one of Wifey's actually favorite tag teams of what halfway got her back into watching wrestling. No, it was the Sky Pirates of Io Sky and Kairi Sane before they switched it to the Kabuki Warriors and everything, because their offense just works so well together, and they're still in that same age bracket, but we're getting those two taking on Zoey Starks and Shayna Baszler, and Zoey Starks is just getting further and further away from what she was day by day. She's out here tanner than a caramel macchiato right now.
Transforming.
Literally, she's just becoming one of them, one of us. But Shazonia of Shayna Baszler, Zoey Starks, and Sonya Deville out here right now.
100%. And they look good. They're cutting a promo back at Damage Control. They're building this rivalry up between the 6 women. So we'll see what.
I don't want a triples belt. Stay away the fuck away from
I don't think they're going to do that. I really don't think they're going to do that.
It's bad. It's bad. It's a curse.
There's no reason for it. But here come the unholy union.
Doing something on hold.
That's what they should come out to.
Yeah, my guy. Fucking
be real. Let's.
Hunter, yeah. We can at least do the music. We'll do the side commentary and the music. We'll give you a 2-for-1 deal. We'll take over Death Rebel deal and the watch party deal that you had with McAfee there for a bit.
Right. As your women's tag champs on the way out, folks. Issa and Alaba, as they are going to watch the #1 contendership match.
Who you got for this match, though? If you've got the Sky Pirates taking on Shayna and Zoey there.
Woo! It's a tough one. I feel like Shazonia is cooking right now. And again, I think we get too caught up in doing too many triple threats. So, yeah, I'm going to lean Shazonia.
Well, you just like Garfield, you want some lasagna?
It's on you.
Also, though, no Dakota Kai at ringside as well. And Dakota, I had a video, I guess, earlier today out there on social media and everything about like unboxing something or whatever. And you could hear the Wyatt 6 kind of music in the background distantly. So kind of rumored that maybe like a Nikki Cross might be her kind of target. So we'll see if that's brought up here.
Very interesting. See how they would tie that all together, but
you need a female challenger for Nikki.
Alexa.
Oh, well, you think Alexa's going to be part of the group? So is she a challenger or is she part of the group? Which one?
Be the challenger. It's part of the option. We don't know. We will find out.
Smash her in the face with a lantern and call it a day.
Right? Alexa shows up fucking back and ready to go, and Nikki's the one that ruins that party.
Right.
Can it be like Fashion Berlin, like I pick to win and pick a Randy? Yeah, we'll come back to that. Pure Fusion Collective. What?
Sideways? I don't know at this point.
Oh, is that Shazanya's fucking
new name?
That's intense.
Pure Fusion Collective? What the fuck did we just say?
Right.
What came out of your mouth?
Pure Fusion Collection. All of us were off.
That's what they're calling. So that's what they're calling it.
Pure Fusion.
Trash. That's trash. That is a 2-pack. That is a 3-pack of ass, my guy.
Oh fuck! Whoever gives out names in WWE needs their license, dude. It is insane.
Yo,
we can live and come up with better names.
Literally, I still want to at least take credit. I think we birthed Hank and Tank, but fucking listen to us. Listen to other content creators. We're coming up with better shit than y'all. Pure Fusion Collective. How does that even fit? What does that connect to? Why does that make, like, what does that fucking have to do with anything? Honestly, it's a 3-pack of ass. Like, what? That has no connective to anything.
I like what Anthony just connected. Speaking of that, but the idea that you do not have a trios belt, but you do what you do very often is this is your opportunity to introduce a mid-card title. One lady carries the mid-card title, then her two flanks have the tag titles. It's beautiful.
Yeah, we're trying that out in NXT right now with the NXT North American Women's Championship. So we're letting that's on a trial run right now. That's like when you see like McDonald's or whatever before they introduce like the triple fucking Whopper or something like that.
What are they learning?
Oklahoma gets it first for like 2 weeks before the rest of the world gets it and shit like that. You're just trying this shit out a little bit, I feel.
Okay. I just don't know what they'd be getting. Like, what are they learning from this current process?
If they can make it work.
Okay. Fair enough. Dawn looking very, always, Dale, always. What up? Jake, the original tribal chief. There you go. Changing things up. How nice of the tag champs to show up for work. They've been around, Great Scott. They've been around. Let's be real. They
were on NXT last week. They did double duty last week, I believe.
They might have actually. Yeah, be real.
Yeah, no, they did because they sat there and they challenged on NXT, and then the winner of that faced so and so on SmackDown.
Yep, absolutely. I mean, they've been around since they've had the belts. What makes me nervous is I feel like their time is up.
Bianca, sorry.
Yeah, like their time could be up anytime at this point. Like if they go up against Shazanya, they're in trouble. Again, they could surprise us. We never really expect them to have the belt this long as it was.
Right. As we're getting a tribute to Kevin Sullivan.
Roll Tide, you know how we feel.
Right. But no, I think with the NXT Women's Championship, I think they're still seeing how they can do it without it pulling away from the main championship. Like they don't want a TBS AW Women's Champion type of situation.
Maybe. I just don't see it. I don't see how they're like, oh, that's how we do it. I don't think it's correlating. I don't think it's connected. But maybe. I mean, they already have a male's North American champion, so they have the prototype there.
But you already had the IC and you had the US title, so you've already done men's mid card.
They already have mid card titles. I don't think it's that, but that's just my 2 cents.
They can't do a tag division, so I think they still need to at least do a trial run on if they can do a mid card division.
Fair enough. Again, I have no evidence to prove otherwise, but Damage Control is here. Hey, Candice Michelle. The Divas Disaster.
You and 2 other people pop for that.
That's amazing. Hilarious. Real, 100% accurate. Facts. Charisma Black Hole segment. You need to specify. That's what Sonya is calling them. Oh, okay. So we did establish that.
That's still bad.
Yeah, it's not good. I don't get where, what it means. Why that?
Why? Out of all the options, out of every fucking thing, fan-made options were better than what you picked.
Right. Oh, there you go. Spaz making a good point about the tag champs showing up more than the AW men's tag champs. So there you go.
Oh, yeah. They're not, taking dates off just so happens to where we don't have to have a conversation with the Lucha Bros or anything.
Yeah. Divas Disaster would be a better name for this faction than what they would.
Yes, it fucking would. Tenfold over. That's why when you said it, I'm like, that's better than whatever the fuck this is.
Right.
Shazonia was a better one, and that was just combining their names. Submission sorority, and it's all its connotations and everything was still better than what they called it.
The Scissor Sisters, anything.
No. Did I go too far?
Shit, too far. My bad, folks. But anyway, what we're saying is there's like, what is pure, like, speaking of Scissor Sisters, Pure Fusion Collective.
What is that? Like, honestly, that's just my first instinct of what the fuck is that?
Yeah, are they physicists?
It's physics, bitch.
As we are off and running, folks, get your
Jesse Pinkman. Yeah, science, bitch.
Science, bitch. We are off and running. Get your predictions in on this match, folks.
Holy shit. I just realized I'm your Jesse Pinkman to your Mr. White.
I missed, yeah.
Science, bitch.
All right, go put that down. Yeah, no, dude, you have no idea when never mind, I'll tell you later. Tag team wrestling as a whole isn't doing well in wrestling. I don't think comparing the women's tag division to a women's mid card. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I see what you're saying, Boston, but it's a bit of a non-argument.
Yeah, because both are a non-factor.
So the champs.
How long are we? So we're probably gonna get a triple threat, aren't we?
I don't want one. I don't. I feel like we default to triple threats too often. Dakota guy, Kai injured again. Jesus, very injury prone.
Is she?
Yeah, that's why. Well, I think she is.
I hadn't heard the such. Zoey with the little home run celebration. I think we're setting up for a triple threat here because no one here is a clear baby face and no one here's. Well, you could kind of say they're all kind of a clear heel, but that's the thing is a bit of they're all more heel. No one here is a clear baby face. Like Damage Control, Kabuki Warriors, Sky Pirates, mostly been heel literally until like the last week or two because of Shazonia and all of that. And Shazonia has very much been here. I'm not calling them whatever quantum physics, Tyson, Neil deGrasse Tyson shit that they want to name themselves. But they're very much a heel, and Unholy Union, Alba Fire, and all of that has very much become a heel, even just specifically on SmackDown, because now they've added in B. Priestley, Blair Davenport. So it's three heels and no faces.
And nobody likes no faces, Nick. And you don't want to be all heels either. So, no, and Anthony popped me with this. They could have called them the Bruiser Gang or something. I don't know. I suck at names. But that's the key. Is they don't know they suck at names. Oh, the mud. What? Who named this?
They don't know they suck at music and names. Like, what the fuck is going on?
Oh, let's call you guys the Quarter Pounder Crew. Oh, good.
Right, we're going to just take DIY, one of the most beloved NXT tag teams, and just give them the most generic Old Navy ass theme of like, we are. Yeah.
Shut up. All right, folks, we are in another commercial break, rolling through the back part of the show, and the night moves on. Lots coming your way. We still have a 2 out of 3 falls title match. Don't forget, we are back tomorrow. We are here all week long for all your favorite wrestling. And don't forget, get yourself some merch today. If you want to get the latest threads from the Wrestling for Life Network, make sure you go check out our link below. Get yourself a hat, plus the Brunch with the Boys tour. The next stop on the tour, Berlin, as we do the Bash. And we got so much more coming your way. So make sure you get yours, be a part of the family, and enjoy your hats, crop tops, drop tops, and everything else in between. Mugs,
absolutely.
Get a mug.
100%. You got, the festive season. You got, the fall. The weather's starting to cool off. So you need your sweaters. You need your mugs when you're having your hot cocos, your hot apple ciders, your hottie toddies with your bodies and everything like that up there. And then even still, to make great Christmas gifts, 100%. You sit there and just spread the good gospel of everybody gets a Wrestling for Life Christmas gift.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, give the gift of Wrestling for Life Network.
Right. KJ's got the beard of Santa Claus, and I got the name of Santa Claus. So 100%, you're disappointing Santa Claus either way you shake it.
Bring all your ho ho hos. Let's go.
Come on the ho train.
Nick, Dakota Kai was injured all last year. Dakota Kai apparently
right, but she came back like motherfucker. Like she's been healthy.
Yeah. So she's been back for a little bit now. There are rumors that they're considering replacing her in Damage Control, at least for the interim. I don't know.
Oh, I know. Julia. Who
No,
the fuck you said that like you knew who? Who? Cindy Lou who?
There's one name rumored and I don't like it.
Say it. I don't know it, so say it.
So somebody out there suggested that Kiana James was going to join Damage Control. Maybe something to do with the Aces would have worked.
The Ace of Spades. The Ace of Spades.
You get a fourth member and they're all the Aces.
You can know because then you're getting into the Aces and the Eights and everything with that.
Io swinging out. Big kick to Zoey. Crowd's a little quiet at the moment.
Well, again, though, like I said, it's who do you cheer for? I'm supposed to dislike all of you.
Well, they had the babyface-ish turn. Yeah, there you go. He is doing it. So we had the babyface turn a couple weeks ago from Damage Control, but I think, like you said, unfamiliar. You
just cheer for Io because you know she's a goddamn badass. She's a goddamn warrior. You want to cheer for Io because she's talented.
Right.
She's a former women's world champion, not too far gone from this.
Right. I like that. Remember, always wear your crop tops responsibly.
Right. Crop top. Crop top. Pop top.
Kiana makes more sense. I completely agree with you, Richard. I read it. I don't like it. No. I like Kiana. I don't like that. No. I don't know how you sell me on that. Jacob Fatu, as far as to wrestle, is out until War Games with injury. That's the rumor.
Well, it's again, how much are they selling? How much are they working it with? He wasn't at SmackDown, so instantly everybody's going to run with that. Mm-hmm. But again, we also thought he was super seriously injured after that, so it's still up in the air of whether he was actually injured or it was the planned thing or both just collided and intersected and fuck it, we'll use it. It works both ways.
Yeah, the only thing that I was a little surprised with as EO going up top is that they alluded to like he'll be here. Oh, Sonya up. Distraction. Kairi taking out Shayna. Get out. I'm not clicking on that odds. Fuck's sake. I just hope the match doesn't get back to back. This is boring chance. No, this is boring chance.
I got
as Io kicked Alba.
Right. So now how long until they get involved and you get, like I said, we're setting up a triple threat here.
Which again, I don't love it, if I'm being honest. Oh, Isla, here we go. There's your triple threat.
Right.
Alba super kick. I don't care. I get to see these ladies in action. I'm happy. Get her.
Well, and they went so long with like being called up but not being used that now you're just happy to see him. It's a little the Odyssey Jones effect of I don't care what he does. He's at least on TV.
He's doing something, man. Leave him alone.
Right. Just don't knock him. He's getting work.
Right.
Man's been out of work for 2 years. I'd like to see him get some work.
And the backbreaker senton as the champ stands strong, but it looks like they're going to have two challengers, perhaps in Berlin. Fire and Dawn. Oh, let's go.
Oh, I got Miz backstage. You there?
How did that happen?
I don't know. Let me know when you get the Miz and R-Truth backstage.
I got the Miz and R-Truth.
Okay.
I'm going to cheer you up.
R-Truth, I saw somebody that made the comparable earlier today on like Instagram or something of how R-Truth's 52 and Tiffany's 25.
Really?
Like to show the transition of the roster.
Right? Is that the guy that killed Seth?
Tonight, it was Bronson. That's you, right? But I think we talked about this. If this could be the hey, here comes Randy Orton.
There you go. He's actually giving Miz his flowers. Miz is going to get the shit beat out of him by Bronson Reed.
Oh, 100%.
Hang tight on.
You're going to die. You're a Grand Slam champion 2 times. I got this. I got this. I got this.
Yeah. Do you really think he's got a chance? Yeah. Randy Orton is here. What a way to let everyone know. Here's Randy.
You really think he got a chance? Come on.
Come on. Because right now I'm getting a commercial for NXT tomorrow. Oba Fami. Open challenge. Who answers that challenge, Nick? Is it Moose?
Well, until tonight, I thought it could have been Moose. I think because of what we saw tonight, that it could be one, Otis.
Yeah, that makes more sense. You're not wrong.
Yeah, but then you're just going to watch Oba throw a fat man from pillar to fucking post here. You're going to see what happens when Chris Farley fucks around and finds out.
Right. Yeah, 100%. I mean, again, it's going to be a big challenge. I think it will be up the level of competition for Oba because he's not going to just be able to completely manhandle Otis, but when he does, it's going to fucking blow the roof off the place and he's going to continue to look like an absolute monster.
That's the thing is Otis would be the best one or one of the best ones that physically, I almost tried to combine words there, physicality, but physically would be someone that can stand toe-to-toe with an Oba Femi. It's not when he's out there with, what was it, a Wesley or whoever he faced recently to where he's literally just tossing him. Like he's literally border tossing him. Like he's just throwing fucking, a pillow around.
Right. No, 100%. I don't want to admit it, but the Miz got to turn heel again. Nah, Miz, any way the wind blows with Miz at this point of his career, as needed. And right now, if you want to feed him to Bronson, it's perfect. So, yeah, Miz doesn't have to do anything. Miz is good.
Is Miz at this point in his career that he's the babyface hostess with the mostest? He's kind of in that slot, and he's there till the end of time. You are now here. Thank you for your residency. You are not going to go above or below here, but you are here.
Yeah, no, I think it is. I mean, again, there's always opportunities for that surprise moment. That one, like, holy shit, Miz just won the IC title. Did not see that coming. Like, there's just like there's always that opportunity. But Miz is in the twilight of his career. His job at this point, whether it's heel or baby face, is go out there, do what he does best, give a quality match, give the fans somebody that either they want to cheer against the heel who loses or cheer against the or boo against the baby face who loses. It's where he's at. And again, I think Miz is underrated. I think the man deserves his flowers, and I think he's still going to be around for another few years. So you never know when he could surprise.
Oh, absolutely. But I think like he's in that R-Truth slot. Like that's now your kind of peak. That's your range. That's about where you are. Like we're never, in my mind's eye, we're never going to get a Miz world title push or run or challenge ever again. We're going to struggle to get a mid-card title run or push ever again. I want to say maybe with R-Truth, what have you, at least be in contention, be in peripheral. Yeah, he's in that upper mid-card. You're more enhancement than enhancement. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's funny because I mean, I know you said, well, the Miz wouldn't, but the R-Truth could. I think if without exceptional circumstance, they're both kind of in the roles that they're in. They're more there for the entertainment value. But yeah, I think you have you'll have some moments where they're just in a they're up or down the roster for some reason, but not much.
Miz Hall of Famer for you?
100%.
Fair enough. Well, and that's still, I think that's a testament of that. Like, I remember this guy being the Diva Search host and everything, and just being cringe as shit on the real world. And now to where he's a former world champ, he can slide like a mofo into this and everything. So I'm digging it, at least for the culmination of his career. Sorry. We're getting the replay of Randy throwing up the first pitch at the Cardinals game.
Right. Nikki tweeted, guess what? I'm done tonight. All right. Kudos. Indica is strong with this one. Indica. Who are your favorite wrestlers in the modern era? AJ.
Define the modern era, and then I'll answer that.
Long conversation.
No, like I said, define the modern era. Give me a bracket, and then we'll talk about it.
There you go. There comes RKO. Randy Orton. Like sativa flowers. Okay. We've covered both. Let's go.
Yeah.
He's very durable, rarely ever hurt. Best ability is availability. 100%.
How do you feel, though, about people now, especially with Danielson needing neck surgery, if they're like, well, Miz was right all along, wasn't he?
It's funny, Miz, yeah, if you play that back, Miz ends up looking like
the genius.
Guy. And what I always find very interesting about that whole dynamic of like, it was a very judgmental Daniel Bryan of like, and maybe that's why him and Tony get along so well, because they have this vision of this, like the way he's being booked, he's completely content with, he's controlling a lot of it, where him and Miz didn't jive on that at all. So it's interesting though, because if you, like I said, if you play that back, I kind of lean Miz.
Well, we could go in 2 hours, I feel, with that, because then you're breaking into down how much Daniel, like where Danielson was at then versus where he's at now and everything. I think Danielson's always had this kind of attitude with him of like, imagine knowing from like, 18, you're really good at what the fuck you do. It's going to be really hard for when people tell you maybe you should change up what you do, or maybe you're not as great at what you do type of shit. So I think that his mind's kind of warped in that way a little bit. And again, different strokes for different folks. If this is the way he wants to go out, what have you, and who knows how it goes out when it comes to AEW, especially All In. Maybe this is the last time we get Danielson, but yeah, sometimes it's a little bit better to have a precaution going in than just fucking send it.
Right. Yeah, I mean, again, very, very interesting how it all played out. And yeah, I mean, there's something to be said being about, work smart, not hard.
Yeah. Real king of the ring for RKO. Rainey knows, or Raw knows Orton.
Miz could be a manager or a commentator. Not a bad show. He does offer a lot in that regard.
Well, that's the thing, is Miz will never be without a job when it comes to WWE. He'll be a person, he'll be a panel person 100% of. He's got the gift of gab tenfold over of, and he's got a personality. He's got something. It's 100%. It's now more of, he really kind of peaked with what his character was in like the 2010s, around there.
Right. As Randy is in the ring. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't completely rule it out. Would it be anything extensive, Damian? No, but never say never. As long as he's sticking around, you never know when he's going to surprise you with something silly.
Miz versus John Cena, and that's John Cena's retirement match, or his last WrestleMania match. Can you fucking believe it?
No.
How we do it, Austin, Texas? As Rando Keefe out right now. Mark Briscoe needs to get out of AW before he kills him. Oh, God.
I don't think so. I think I actually believe that he might be just okay with how things are. gets paid well, in and out as he sees fit. I don't think he's one of the guys that I would love to see him elsewhere and promoted better and booked better, but I think he's one of the guys that would be very happy.
I fear if we got Mark Briscoe outside of an AEW, or like in a WWE, that's not Mark Briscoe. That's, Mark Brisbane or whatever the fuck they change his name to, what have you.
Right.
It'll be very much a tamed down. Gunther.
Love this visual, how they did this. It's Gunther coming out to address Randy Orton, folks.
And again, you have your two world champions on both shows coming out, carrying the championship, wearing suits, showing that, this is a prestigious thing to have. God damn it. I still wish we got the like almost like the shot. I love that because I know it's the operatic and shit and it plays into it, but it felt so much like almost the goddamn Jaws theme of like,
yeah,
this is a goddamn great white.
Sure. Right?
I hate to. The joke is shit. The joke's there. Just acknowledge it and move on. Of the great white out there, just ready to fucking chop down everybody out there.
What I don't understand is the need to you went from company, like why the change? Why? Well, what is like what's the change for it? Is it different usage rights? What is it? It's your song. Like, I don't get it.
Yeah, well, again, it's why do you keep fixing things that aren't broken?
Yeah. Why did it need to sound different?
Right. Echo saying Cornette loves Mark Briscoe. Well, I think Cornette loves us too. Grace, we got a whole merch line based off of his trash talk. Because Briscoe is cool. Yeah, MDB, you got it. Move along. Gunta. Yes.
Yeah, right. Okay.
My new
home. Shit.
That's what I like it. Well, like you said it earlier, of my new home, of you setting up the potential of this won't be the last time we see Randy Orton here, because come Bash in Berlin, he'll be world champ, so he's gonna be around a whole lot more.
Right. So no annoying table spot for once. I don't. What do you think? This is not a contract signing.
I'm fine with it. I'm fine. I'm rather they don't do that. Like, go above the law.
But it's not. It's just a promo. So yeah, no table. There was
no. But you still got time. You've still got time. You've still got what, 2 weeks before we get there?
Yeah. The greatest of all time.
Who's what?
The most natural and physical gifted talent.
Honestly, that's the best way you can describe Randy Orton. Literally, he always was kind of looked at as the guy of, if you were to sit there and make a pro wrestler in a lab, it would be Randy Orton. Like, he's the goddamn Wolverine of this shit.
So yes, though I do think Gunther was talking about Gunther.
Either way, well, I'm not going to talk about building the supreme wrestler after I called him the Great White and everything.
Imperium's kind of not a thing at the moment.
Ludwig, well, no, it's only two people. We've got Giovanni Vinci out there trying to sell us a Ferrari.
New. Yeah, he's moved. I mean, again, this is a different vibe. So having a female member, they need members. I mean, right now, Ludwig's not 100% either. So
who would you bring on as a female member to Imperium?
Kiana James. No, I'm just fucking with you. What the fuck? The answer to every question. Kiana James. Who should play the shark from Jaws? Kiana James.
Kiana James.
Randy got
Who
traded.
Played Darth Vader in The Empire Strikes Back? Kiana James.
Mm-hmm. I do not believe that Randy got traded, Damian. If he wins the title, he would then be moved to Raw and be the title holder on Raw. I think that's what they're referring to.
Yes.
Unless I didn't hear something.
No. Well, because I've even heard people throw out the whole trade idea. And again, we know I like a good trade idea that normally falls flat. But of people mentioning Jey Uso and Sami getting traded to SmackDown for Waller and Theory. So then you can align the bloodline together, and then you've got an extra tag team on Monday Night Raw.
Okay, interesting.
But again, I've heard no talks outside of like Twitter.
Right. Ivy Nile for Imperium, Tiff in Imperium.
That's just because she's dating Ludwig. That's the last thing Tiffany needs, is to be tied up with some great white shit.
She definitely fits the bill of what.
No,
she physically fits exactly what.
No, I know. No.
Stevie Turner, interesting. Go British. Stevie's British, right? Yes.
Yeah.
I forget Stevie's name every time I see her.
Brindley Reese.
Lana.
That's who they would do. That's who they would do, is Lana. Shit comes back.
German accent now?
Yeah. The Austrian brute.
As we're getting.
I'm a Polish.
Are we getting USA chants?
I thought we were about to be getting USA chants when it was going to be one of those situations of they chant USA when no one in the ring is from USA.
Right. You're very predictable. Carly Bright. There you go.
Gunther is 100% like the bad guy in an Arnold movie.
Yeah.
Like not even exactly a Bond movie, but like he's like the bad guy at the end of like Kindergarten Cop.
Yeah, you could be like a character in Snatch. Like, are you fucking like he literally? Yeah, I know. Calm down, boys. But I mean that type of guy, like that, like mob boss, gang member, leader. Like, don't
You're gonna throw Gunther into a Guy Ritchie movie with Brad
go
Pitt
Guy Ritchie all the way. He's like the
gypsy,
German guy that shows up with
Vinnie Jones and everything.
No, put him in a Guy Ritchie. Pause.
Oh yeah. No, he's a little more Tarantino, I feel.
Tarantino would work too. I could see that playing out.
Yeah, he's a little Marcellus Wallace looks like a what? What ain't no country I ever heard of? They speak English or what? English, motherfucker, do you speak? Gunther's just so impressive on the mic. Like, you don't expect him to actually have really good mic skills, and he's just got the fucking crowd in a dizzy right now. Like, he's just egging him on of like, do it, bitch, do it. Come on. You said you're the king of unexpected, so what can you do when it's expected?
Drew McIntyre.
Oh,
Drew McIntyre. Why Drew McIntyre?
Interessante.
Oh, because Drew wants the title shot as well. Damn it. Drew, go away.
Think about it. Remember, it was like the 2020s era a bit more when we had the big feud between Drew and Randy.
Yeah. Gunther's definitely the bad guy in a Jason Statham film. There you go. That fits.
Yeah. I'll tell you what. You're going to let me challenge for the world title. A fucking beekeeper.
So Drew McIntyre has instantly CM Punk chants echo because Punk ain't here.
Oh! I know! I hear
goes Gunther. Down goes Gunther.
And Drew's already out here of just, I'm going to pick the fucking bones. Drew, Punk's just out here. This is so fucking good. Punk's out here just wailing away on Drew.
Is Punk
Glasgow is and again, Randy just saunters off. If I did what the fuck I needed to do, y'all can have this. Then even you can have that. Then even what I'm mad at.
As Drew's taking his belt off.
Oh,
Punk moves.
You know we're setting up for like a strap match or something now between these two, right?
Dude, it's leading to Hell in a Cell, bro.
A strap. I don't know because we're out here whipping each other with a belt. Maybe we set up a strap match.
Well, we got to get there, right? So that would be.
We got to strap on and strap in, my guy.
Strap on and strap in. That might not be a bad show for Berlin.
Oh, 10 lashings.
Punk getting the better of Drew, chasing him.
Just throw a bracelet on him, just flick him in the eye with it, slingshot it.
Throw it at least.
Right.
CM Punk on site.
Yeah, but now he's about to cut a promo.
100%.
Because there's the mic in the ring and he's got Drew's belt and he's getting lassoing around. Well, there's 2 mics in the ring. Tell me he's got to cut a promo. He's got to cut a promo. As I kind of want the fucking shirt. I just realized the shirt he's wearing, Best of the World, has got Larry and everything on it. I want that. That's dope. We go from here to fucking Patty the cab driver.
Be nice to Sheamus.
Okay, Patrick the cab driver.
Patrick the cab driver.
My guy, it'd be like literally if I just did this the whole time and I'm cutting a promo, you gonna take me fucking seriously? No.
Yeah, right.
Fix your shit.
It's poofy. I don't know why it's poofy. And for my British fans out there, that's not what I meant.
Fucking Beaker out here. Taxi man.
CM Punk, whoop that trick. Let's go.
Yeah, right.
Ludwig.
Ho ho.
I put you through a real banger, didn't I?
Look at his he's got like double shiners.
Drew wanted no part of that whooping.
I'm still waiting though for little Petey Dunn with his shillelagh.
Right, a dog collar match is better than a strap match. Yeah,
dude, really? Could you imagine
dog collar?
They do a dog call
wait,
yeah, see, little Petey Dunn with his shillelagh.
Ludwig's like, no, I'm good.
And he's not even beating him. Oh, now he's beating him up with a shillelagh. Before he was just kind of stomping him out. I'm a stomp a patty hole and you will walk it dry.
Right.
But could that be just Drew and Punk say,
oh shit?
Well, that's what. Go ahead.
Broke his hand. Triple H just writing off people left, right, and center right now. Take a break.
Right,
take a break.
No, just tuck his shirt down. I don't need to see navel rain from Shamo there.
Oh, really?
No, just do a little tuck.
He just got beat up and mugged.
And that's fine. Well, you want to bitch about Ava. You want to bitch about Ava for 2 minutes and for 2 hours. And I throw something out there for 10 seconds. And you're like, really, my guy?
The guy who's on the ground getting beat up is way different than her prancing around in her Hot Topic uniform.
No, but it's just one of those of look like you wear clothes that fit, my guy.
Right.
But could you see it that as I've got Riz out here with the fucking blue blocker beetle glasses on, but could you see it to where Punk's like, well, Maxwell thinks he had the best dog collar match, so let's prove him wrong.
Yeah, fair enough. It could work. I mean, you said it. It looks like they're setting up a strap match because they're running around with belts.
At least a strap match or something like that, because that's normally, and it's not. Normally, that's always been the old school setup for a strap match is when somebody's laying leather with their belt.
Right. Yeah. No, I mean, you definitely have a point. It definitely seems like it's foreshadowing a little bit. So we'll see. I mean, again, I still think this builds towards potentially bad blood. So that's not a bad stop en route.
Right. Well, and now, especially if Seth's on the sidelines, do we get Seth involved at Bad Blood, or do we just get a straight one-on-one Drew versus Punk, Hell in a Cell at Bad Blood? Because, baby, now we got Bad Blood.
This is how they got Seth out of the way. This is a great way to get Seth out of the way. So, yeah, you're not going to see that. I mean, he could reinsert himself, but I really, he's going to come back and want revenge on Bronson first. That's the task at hand. And then we'll get back into this. I still think Punk Seth Mania has a beautiful ring to it.
I was about to ask you, do you think that that's the ultimate end game with this? If we get Punk versus Seth at Mania, title or no title. That's the ultimate. We were gonna go there last year, and now we're gonna make this work well enough to where we can get there this year.
Yeah, no, that's what I think. I really do think that has a beautiful ring to it. Again, I always said that, kind of the asshole side of me always wanted like Punk versus Cody Rhodes, main event, WrestleMania, just to watch AEW fans not know what to do with themselves.
They already don't. They already don't.
Strap match in Berlin, Hell in a Cell. Yeah, there you go. Escalation. I agree.
Well, and that's though we talked about this on the Dirt Sheet debate a bit of why maybe some people weren't the biggest fans of the Punk Drew Seth match, what have you, but that's because it wasn't the blow off. That was the setup for down the road.
Mm-hmm. It's amazing, and I know fans aren't used to it. And again, it wasn't. I'm not making an excuse for a match that could have been better, but at the end of the day, you save some tricks. Like you got to have. We don't want to just see everything all at once, and that's been the ongoing debate, especially between some of the wrestling traditionalists and some of the modern fans and wrestlers. But again, I think that's what this is. Like, I mean, you got an okay match. Now let's see where this goes. You elevate it, you add stipulations, you build to your crescendo. And I'm gonna have a crescendo myself.
Right. You crescendo on my guy. As I'm still in commercial break right now, so I will say this quickly, as I'm sure we're about to get back in the action here, but we are the Wrestling for Life Network. We do this for anything and everything. When it comes to pro wrestling, whether it be tomorrow, Tuesday night NXT, Wednesday night Dynamite, Thursday we got Wrestling Court, we got the custody battle, round 2 of Dominic Mysterio, whether he should be, Team Mommy or Team Liv. Friday night, we got SmackDown Rampage. Saturday and Sundays, you ever know what we're going to be up to. And plus, still, we do also have the members-only streams, which I think we're going to be running one of those during the weekend. So 100%, be a friend, tell a friend. We've got the super stickers, the super chats, the memberships as well. If you want to just help support the channel, be a friend, hit that likes, hit that subscribe. It's free, it costs you nothing, but it does nothing but help us grow. Absolutely. As I'm getting the NFL kickoff on the Peacock, advertisement, making me miss football already. Chris, I sat there and watched a preseason NFL game for the first time in my 35, almost 36 years of existence. I was excited to watch a preseason football game because I just miss football that much. But Mania's Punk Cody the Ultimate. Hey, TK, you could have had this. I don't think it's really that. Maybe it gets there. I don't know where we go with Mania when it comes to Cody. I want this Larry shirt, best in the world. And it's just Larry's just. Honestly, can I just say this? Larry would not be over as much as he is as a dog if he did not have just that goofy underbite ass face. But and the lore of just being one of the toughest SOBs in the AEW locker room. But I think the Cody storyline for where he ends up at WrestleMania is still murky. I think both world title storylines are potentially murky. I think the only thing that we clearly know we're going to get already out the gate at WrestleMania 41 is going to be Dwayne versus Roman. We're going to get there some way, somehow. And I think the rest, I'm waiting and glad to see how it's going to play out because we were still months away from that. And we've got nothing but ground to cover. And we've seen how much and how fast stuff can change literally from week to week, from month to month. As Punk's out here cutting a promo with Kathy Galliov, even. This man's not going to wear Larry's name without fearing the repercussions. Punk out here looking goddamn little bit swell. Not going to lie. Maybe Punk should have cameoed as, a variant Wolverine out here. Little Wolverine Chicagoine here. Dakota Kai is out to 8 to 10 weeks with an injury. Really, would anyone like to let me know what the injury was? I know she just came off of it. What did she have reoccurred that has her out to 8 to 10 weeks. The Miz's career by numbers: 21 total WWE championships won, 2-time Money in the Bank winner, 2-time Slammy Award winner, 2-time MTV's The Challenge winner, and everything. So we're getting Bronson Reed versus The Miz out here of R-Truth just trying to hype up The Miz, as The Miz pretty much knows this is a fucking death match. And Mark Henry! We cheer for Mark Henry. Clap for Mark Henry. As we've got Mark Henry and little Mark Henry. I'm terrible and don't remember his son's name, but he literally looks like a spitting image of his father here. But we've got the Henrys in the front row here, but yeah, Miz is out here just to be a victim of circumstance, and I think that's very much why, they're bigging up his career accomplishments, because he's about to get goddamn destroyed. And for anyone that's out there of why are they doing this with Bronson Reed, of he shouldn't just walk through talent like this. He made a goddamn statement and put his fucking star on the map when he took out Seth Rollins. This man sat there and missed multiple pay-per-views. He missed a premium live event in his home country, or his neighboring country, because he had a little one on the way. So Bronson Reed has very much been waiting in the wings, and I think they're setting him up to just be a bit of this world beater. He's gonna be your Bam Bam Bigelow's, just shows up and just wrecks people. And it's 100% a way of you jump him, you pole vault him ahead of a lot of people, because he's kind of needed as we are underway. So let me know who you taking in this match. And I know Anthony's already taken The Miz, or at least a no contest, because he hates Bronson Reed. But let me know who you're taking this match, whether you're taking Bronson Reed and you're taking a no contest, because I don't know how you're taking The Miz in this match. He'll get squashed like a pancake. Who challenges over tomorrow night? I feel like it's probably going to be Otis, because they've kind of teased this as Bronson Reed already just smashing through a bit of The Miz. Big elbow drop. When he was Jonah, when Bronson Reed was Jonah and he was outside the WWE, it was still peak Bronson. And I like that they've kind of carried that over. If he's just been this terrible victim of circumstance of you fit it, but there's like maybe 2 or 3 other people that could have been ahead of you. But now you've added depth. You've added a massive threat, 100%, in any title scene you want to put, as we go to commercial break here right now. As Anthony, I should have called this. No reaction for Bronson at all. The arena went silent. Did you just put your TV on mute? I feel like you might have just done that. Yeah, see? Yeah, shut up. Yeah, 100%, my guy. I think you just put your TV on mute, and that's why you were anticipating and expected no reaction, because I think absolutely I'm not saying this guy's a WrestleMania main eventer right now, what have you, but he's the guy that you establish as a dominant, credible threat across the board.
I'll show you.
Speaking of dominant, incredible threats.
Well timed.
Yeah. But how do you feel about Bronson Reed against Mike Mizanin, and I guess also a little bit of Anthony saying that there was no reaction, no response for Bronson Reed coming out?
There was booing. There was definitely some booing.
Like I said, I think he had his TV on mute.
I think based on like the package they gave us earlier tonight and how they're selling them to us, you have to give them some credit. I mean, I feel like, again, he destroyed Seth Rollins. They broke it down. They made it feel like it was something that mattered. And tonight he could eliminate Awesome Truth. They could be on the shelf next. Like, I think you have to give them a chance. And I really think that this is good. We got to give it some credit.
Right. Well, and TK asking an honorable question here. Well, Anthony, I'm going to address you first. He ain't even a mid-card main eventer if that was a thing. Anthony, you shut your mouth up. I left it at that.
He's better than Karrion Kross. Get on that plane, Anthony.
So can I just speak my piece?
From north.
Karrion Kross, that character, or what we thought of that character in WWE, died to death the day that Adam Cole was out there and cut that whole promo. And you know what they have to do to make Adam Cole look cool? Hit my music. I think that was the ultimate. That was the start of the wound that opened up of Karrion Kross, and it just allowed everything to fester and just populate.
Maybe. I thought he was fine after that for a long while. I do really think that his death was getting drafted to the main roster, that Vince McMahon was still running.
Trojan Man.
Yeah, they made him Trojan Man, and he got rolled up by he lost to Jeff Hardy, lost to Rey Mysterio. That to me was, and again, maybe the Adam Cole opened the wound, but I definitely feel like Vince came in like a wrecking ball and destroyed this man.
Right. Well, the run-in saying real quick of, as much as I hate it, if they want Bronson to get nuclear heat, he has to take R-Truth out after the match.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Great mind.
Smash them.
You go after both. You take out the awesome Truth as a collective. Again, huge heat.
Right. But
Mike Fry.
Back to Tony's question of what would you think be so I guess what do we think overall is going to end up being the best PLE, Bash or All In?
Oh man, it's so tough. It's I mean, it's
it depends
almost
on what you're looking for.
Yeah, that's a bit of it. I mean, overall entertainment value. If I had to bet money, I'd say Bash, just because WWE's been pretty consistent, and I feel like AEW's been a little all over the place. However, we could get 6 17-star matches at All In, so I hope they both rock.
You can say that and it'll still be a bad pay-per-view.
Facts.
I think Bash will win out. To 1.5 count. But I do think All In has a very strong potential. Like, I'm still excited for All In, and I'm actually halfway glad that the most that they've really advertised is about 7 matches. Please keep it at that.
Yeah, they're not. And that will be a part of the overall entertainment value when we evaluate. When there's 17 matches over fucking 6 hours and 3 of them matter, that's going to be a bit different than Bash that's 3 hours and has 5 matches and all of them matter. Yeah, I agree. As Bronson jacks Miz up, but down he goes the other side. Everyone popping about Mark Henry and his son Jacob being on the screen tonight.
Yeah, are they more popping because it's not a hand? Give him a hand, folks. Give him a hand.
Right. Where's
somewhere Mae Young's proud.
Mae Young?
Right.
Oh, that's Valley Driver.
We're setting up for the tsunami. Tsunami. The twa.
Over. Squashed, folks. Squashed.
You're going to squeeze like a bug. Now I'm just waiting, though, to see if he just sit there and destroys in R-Truth.
Oh.
Yeah, we're getting a little stink guy. Little stink guy. Oh, we're setting up for another. Oh, yeah, here comes Ron.
Truth,
no. Don't do it.
Truth saying no.
He's going to do them both. Double tsunami R-Truth.
Oh, he caught a vertical like Bronson tsunami to standing human being. Holy
That's the
shit.
thing is you're gonna take out R-Truth. You're not gonna just you're not just gonna beat him out, you're gonna fucking smash him. And then when he's done, I'm gonna pick him up and I'm gonna smash him again.
Yeah, I mean, it's great that you beat up the Miz, but if you want some heat, like our buddy in the chat said, go after Truth. And I said awesome Truth was gonna get flattened, and here they are.
Go after the fan favorite. We're gonna
Don't do this again, guys. Move him. Move him.
3. We're at least number 3. And again, but that's the thing is nobody wants to get in this man's ways. He's going back up again. I still like this because it's how the fuck do you stop this big dominant motherfucker?
Just grab onto his leg. Jamie, hold on.
That's a ham hock. You trying to take down a whole goddamn pig. You're not going alligator roll just with one leg. So at 5 right now is
Tsunami Adam Pierce
saying if you're doing this, you're gonna get fined, you're gonna get suspended. But again, if I'm Bronson, I don't give a shit, bitch. You weren't booking me already. Gang gang and just splat.
I kind of want to see Bronson do like the commander, run the ropes old school and hit Tsunami. Like, oh shit.
Right? I'll do it over there.
Man, Tsunami Pierce.
Yeah, it was telling him, get down right now. Oh, Pierce is gonna eat a fucking power slam or something.
R-Truth getting destroyed. That's it. Anthony, how you feeling right now?
That's how I'm taking out the baby face.
He's going up again. Let's go. Get him out of there. By the love of God, save this man. Get him out of there.
Whoa. Pierce is so great in his emotions and his expression. The general managers right now in WWE work so well because they're not getting involved too much, but they're getting involved just enough. And they sell it just enough. Of even Pierce out there, you son of a bitch, will you fucking knock it off? Will you stop?
Bronson is annihilating R-Truth.
I'm about to make a name for myself.
But you're right again, and he's playing it perfectly. And if you want to give the illusion of the anti-authority, like I'm not listening, I'm breaking the rules, then you have look. Don't you dare celebrate! You get out of here. Oh,
he's gonna smash him, huh?
And
but that's the thing is, this was an attitude era thing. This has been a thing that's missing. Of you don't have the authority figure that's overbearing, but also B, you have the authority figure that talent can get in their face with.
Going back up. God, no.
I feel like JR. The folks, they're going back up.
You son of a bitch. You son of a bitch.
He's crushing him. And Pierce is beside himself. This is so good. Just
by the love of God.
Benissimo. Mucho gracias. Yes, if I could throw out the roses, 100%. Mucho better.
Bronson annihilating R-Truth, man.
But aren't even chats. Do it again.
Rude. He's already dead.
Stop. He's already dead. But no, now this makes me want to get a Bronson Reed shirt. He needs a Richter scale Reed shirt.
Yeah.
Of just bigging up the tsunami and how fucking impactful. Well, and even we said with Bronson Reed how they should do that. Or of big up how impactful and how much of a force this man is. And they did it with Bronson Reed.
Right? Look, same repeat trash. That is, listen, AJ, me and you are buddies. I love your takes most of the time, but this blows my mind. Like, that is exactly what you should be doing with Bronson Reed. That is storytelling. That is developing a heel to say repeat trash, my guy. Then how do we ever get people that we're invested in any direction? Like the fact that, again, I understand the microwave society, but you need things to simmer, saute. You need things to, let the flavor, get into what we're watching. And for that to be trash because we've seen it, I mean, I hope I see it 2 more weeks in a row. Pick out other people.
This tells me I should never go to none of y'all's cookouts because you don't want to know anything fucking cook long enough. Y'all shit's going to be undercooked, underseasoned, and just bland-ass baby back bullshit because... Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Say, like, you should. I feel like some of the wrestling fans show up at cookouts like, oh, man, steak and ribs again? Chicken? Burgers? Oh, this is so bullshit. We had this last cookout. Like, what are you saying?
No. They're very much the ones that show up with, like, potato salad with, like, raisins in it and shit like that.
Rude.
Just your bland-ass, bullshit-ass chicken and everything. Right. Like, no. This is big, beefy boys, just doing big, beefy boy things. And just, I'm going to smash you. And especially a guy like Bronson Reed, you look at that guy and you think, you're a world beater. You show up and you just smash motherfuckers. And then we want him to just be this guy that just halfway competitive and gets beat by Ricochet and JD McDonough and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And then we're like, why don't they do more with Bronson Reed? So they do more with Bronson Reed and they make him a goddamn badass. And they're like, they're doing too much with Bronson Reed. He's too much of a badass. What the fuck are we doing out here? I think this is phenomenal. You've made him one of your top threats on this goddamn show, which is the same show that features Jey Uso, Drew McIntyre, CM Punk, Damian Priest, and you've made Bronson Reed a credible and viable threat.
100%. And again, this is how you build a monster. Same thing was done with Brock. This is the same thing that's been done for years. There was times where for months people would be running in the same person would do this. We saw with the Bloodline recently of here they go again. They just beat up Cody. They're telling a story. And again, we know what we expect out of the villains. We know what we expect out of the heroes, and you got to build it. That's the problem with other companies is you're not invested in the heel or the baby face enough that the story that they should be telling, it doesn't mean anything. You have to make it count.
Right. Well, I was going to say, even Kid Rivos out here agreeing with literally exactly what you said. This is how you build a monster. Same thing was done with Brock. Of you establish a badass motherfucker by him being a badass mother trucker.
Right.
Bad people got to do bad things to get themselves over. Hate to tell you, hate to break it to you. It might be new to some wrestling fans, but bad people got to do bad things.
That's it. That's how we get over, and that's how we work it. And again, if Bronson Reed shows up next week and does the same thing to Tozawa, I'd cheer for that too, because again, we are just building this guy as an absolute, I don't give a shit about the rules. Unless, Pierce gives me what I want or suspends me, I'm going to continue to run amok. Let's go.
You see it even in sports. You see it in even sports movies you cheer for the Bash Brothers that are the I don't care. Christ, we're the goddamn Bash Brothers of wrestling. We'll say it. I'm around, but it's one of those that you cheer for them just showing up and wrecking people. I'll take the penalty. Cool. I'll sit in the penalty box. That's great. Cool. So then when I show up and do it again, think about it. We saw it even tonight, and they now halfway did it last time. We're out there more of just pull him out of the ring. He's gonna just keep slamming him until you pull him out of the ring, to where he's walking off. Cool, I'm fine.
Save him.
And then he just turns around and I'll hop up on this corner, and I can hit him closer from here, and does it again.
Yeah,
it's something that you don't see often. You haven't seen recently or regularly of somebody that's just cool. I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna leave. Now fuck that. I'm gonna go and smash him. It's like when Bron when I'm good, and then he slides back in the ring and spears somebody.
No, it's perfect. Again, it's perfect. And again, you want the villains doing villainous stuff.
Right.
You guys tune into a fucking Marvel movie and the bad guy all of a sudden is doing something different. Today I'm helping pick up traffic on the side of the road.
Right.
Fucking bad guy, folks. So you need it. And again, you're like, oh man, this guy's trying to take over the world again. Yes, he is. That's what he do. And
the Green Goblin out there trying to ain't picking up litter on the side of the highway.
Right. Oh, this one's for you.
That makes you want to buy a Bronson Reed shirt, really, Nick? Yes. And what you really should buy, if I can find it. Oh, now I gotta go searching. There we go. What you need to buy is 100% your Wrestling for Life merch. Absolutely. We got the merch. We got the bucket hats. We got the sweaters. We got the t-shirts. We got anything and everything for your pro wrestling needs. We got even the Brunch with the Boys, whole tour series here. We got anything and everything. We even got shirts set up for when they got the new Netflix deal and all of that. So you can, just let your missus or your significant other know it's wrestling and chill. But 100% be a friend, tell a friend. We got anything and everything for your pro wrestling needs. And even when you need a gift to spread the good gospel of wrestling, we got you covered. Absolutely. This is the part where you talk instead of laughing at me.
No, I'm letting that hang. That was good. That was fucking phenomenal. As we're getting a package, a pre-tape of the new Judgment Day. I wonder if this is where they reveal their new name, but
I don't know. But before they can do it and make me mad, I'm gonna blow off like Dustin and like trash in the wind, my guy. I'm gonna go find my wastebasket.
He's blowing in the wind. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, we're getting a little more from Judgment Day. So they're doing very well with the packages, building up everything. And next week, Damage Control against Fire and Dawn against Pure Fusion Collection. The PFC, so PF Chang's up in the house. What is happening? Who named this shit? Next week, we're also getting Sheamus and Pete Dunne, folks. Should be a banger. TV boys. Dale, what did I miss there? Do you like the idea TK is planning Hangman, Adam Page versus Swerve at All Out? I'd be very curious how Tony Khan's going to pull that off. Very quick turnaround. It's such a heated rivalry. If you just focus on it between All In and All Out, I don't feel like it's enough of a build, enough of a runway. Hangman versus Swerve at All In makes more sense. And you could have spent the last 2 months building it up, building it back up to, because it's one of the best rivalries in AEW history. That's my opinion. So I just think they're doing a disservice. If they do it at All Out, you made a mistake. You could have done Danielson at All Out. Plus, by the time you get to All Out, you're going to have 2 number 1 contenders. And I don't even know that. So I'm thinking that it Swerve and Hangman Page will not be for the title. That Danielson will be the title for that match. So a lot to figure out there. I don't love it. As here comes Sami Zayn, folks. Main event time here on Raw. Make sure you get in that chat. I know we're still flirting with 100 people in this chat tonight. But Sami Zayn, Braun Breaker, 2 out of 3 falls. Tell me who you think's going to win and tell me what you think the score will be. The first thing Finn says is, we are the Judgment Day. Good. Because I don't like the rumors that you're going to change it. Because when you change it, you screw it up. So hopefully they just stay status quo, PG key, everything is fine, and we don't need to change it. I'm with you, buddy. Braun Breaker for the win. I'm going Braun Breaker as well. Very interesting, and we'll see how it all plays out. 2-0 Breaker. Interesting. Bash and Berlin mixed tag Priest, Ripley, and Dom. Is that okay? So we finally announced that. I know Nick said it was being alluded to, so yeah, I'm all for it. Let's go. Bash and Berlin shaping up nicely. As here comes Braun Breaker. By the way, Vincent Winey, Cora Jade's boyfriend. Speaking of significant others. Two-one Braun. I'll go 2-1 Braun. 2-1 Braun. 2-0 Braun. I could see Braun taking 2 falls. But again, I think as much as we want Braun to be billed as a powerhouse, we have to put some respect on Sami's name. You got to give Sami some credit for what he's done, how he's carried the division, how he's brought things through. So we can't sell out Sami completely. But I could see a way where Braun gets the first fall and Sami throws everything at him. He just can't get the pin, and Braun gets the second pin. I could see that. As long, I don't imagine it's going to be like 2 quick falls. Liv, Dom, and the Terror Twins mixed tag match at Bash. There we go. So Bash continues to take shape in a very intriguing card, as it looks like we're going to get the mixed tag match now. We'll see what else they add to this. Randy Orton against Gunther, of course. We got lots to figure out still. 2-1 Braun. Breaker 2-1. Braun wins 1-1 and an interference. Can't think of who. Who would interfere? Could it be? But I can't see the interference. See, this is where I get tripped up by this, is if somebody was to return during the match, then you would assume Sami would win, unless it was somebody to screw Sami. So maybe Braun wins, but I don't see anybody really getting in. Fall 1, Braun. Fall 2, Sami. Fall 3, Braun. They're giving them about a half hour. We got about 20 minutes left on this clock now. Yeah, I mean, again, they're going to let him cook. So the only thing I would change from Nick's prediction is I'll go Sami 1, Bron 2, 3. Bron about to break something. Loving Bron lately. Only 20 minutes left on Raw. Arf, arf, arf. I read it like you wrote it. That's Samantha introducing the combatants. KJ, what do you think about Cody Rhodes versus KO? I like it. I like how they set it up. I like how they explained it. It sets up other options past Bash at Berlin. And it'll be very interesting how this all plays out. I think they're going to have an amazing match. Like this is one of those kind of old Ring of Honor vibes to it of Cody Rhodes, KO. I think they're going to have a really solid match. And I know we talked about some of the matches being like very angle heavy. I think this match is going to be very match heavy, wrestling heavy, if you will. Braun Breaker being introduced. Who? There we go. Who needs to win more, Eddie Thorpe or Lexis King tomorrow night? Dude, man. Damian, this is like a battle of the bottom of the barrel. Lexis needs something, but I think Lexis needs to revamp his gimmick a little, maybe his look. There's just something not clicking. Eddie's been up and down. Injuries played a factor in Eddie. They both desperately need this win. I'd say Lexis needs it more, but then what the hell do you do with Eddie? Ilya's a possibility, odds. Ilya will save Sami. Okay. But then, okay, so if Ilya does help Sami or whatever, could you see the title going back on Sami Zayn? Is that what you're thinking? Is that the possibility there? Ilya versus Bron soon for the IC title, 100%. That is a storyline of Sami up and over, down hard. Wow. Sami throws his arm on his back. That had to hurt. He came through the air on fire, folks. But ladies and gentlemen, we go into another commercial break. Ricochet returns. I'm still expecting that, Roddy. That would get a pop out of me tonight if Ricochet returned. I know the rumors about AEW, but like I keep saying in modern wrestling, don't believe it till you see it. So my money is still on Ricochet returning, especially the way they sent him off. This could be a case of big 2 out of 3 falls win, and then somebody, an Ilya, Ricochet, somebody resurfaces for some revenge. But I can't see it that Braun loses, even with assistance. Then you got Sami as the champion again. Then what? Remember when Tom was just a young kid? Remember when he was a young boy and his dad, now he's Caterpillar on top lip, the mullet haircut, well done, WWE. Dominic Mysterio has come a long way, and he's still developing. He's still coming along, but he got lucky. He struck pay dirt with Rhea Ripley, and it's completely evolved since then. You have to give him credit. There is nobody over the last 2 years that has garnered more heat, more boos than Dominic Mysterio. And that's fact. He might not be your 5-star lucha libre, over-the-top wrestler. I still think that is in the works. I still think he's getting better in the ring. But for doing his job, he is doing it very well. And look at the heat he has got for Liv Morgan. The heat for Liv Morgan right now. Do anybody out there think Liv could have got that heat on her own? She would have got some, but not that much. You think Jimmy saves Sami? Jimmy, no, I don't think we see Jimmy until Jimmy helps Roman, Kira. Remember when Tom was just a young kid, got that one. Sami should lose and move up to the world title picture. I agree with you, Smile Mark. I think there's a better opportunity there. There's a history with Gunther. I don't see Sami beating Gunther, but I do think Sami is a nice opponent for Gunther. So yeah, I think you're spot on with that. He's been around the IC title picture for a while. Plus, I do think there's a chance that Sami gets roped into the Bloodline storyline. I hope. I love 2 out of 3 falls. Let's go. Commercial break. Ricochet will debut at the Casino Gauntlet match at All In. I think Ricochet is sadly gone. It's possible. Could you see Ricochet coming in and instantly becoming a #1 contender? That would be interesting. Again, I don't rule it out, Richard, but until I see it, I can't confirm it yet. I still feel like the WWE set it up really different with Ricochet. It really felt like they were waiting. It felt like they were setting up a return. I could be wrong. Maybe they did it that way because they weren't sure at the time. Who knows? Breaker got horrible entrance music. His NXT entrance music was better. That's a common theme, and I don't quite get it. Bastion Berlin, Priest Ripley, yes. So we are getting the mixed tag match as we return from commercial break, and Braun Breaker all over Sami. I will love to see Alexa versus Ripley one day. Could happen. Hang tight. We'll see. Man, why are you making me read? Remind me of everyone with the validity of my case for Thursday for Rhea created. Oh, I see what you did. I see. There you go. As I will remind everybody, Wrestling Court returns on Thursday as we will battle for the custody of Dom, who really owns the rights to Little Dominic. Rhea Ripley, Liv Morgan, Anthony and Nick are going to bang it out, pause, and come to the conclusion made by you, the people, the fans out there, as the jury, and you get to play witnesses. So be here on Thursday night for that. It's going to be a fun one. We love bringing these to you, and if you haven't seen the other episodes of Wrestling Court, go check them out now. Well, in about 13 minutes. Dom needs a proper wrestling feud in ring. He has 0 memorable matches without Rhea involved. Yeah, but that's kind of where he's at. And again, it's a different animal. His matches get over. You're not going to get a 5-star burner with him right yet. That's one of his weaknesses where he's got to develop, but you got to give him credit. His matches are interesting, compelling. We want to see him get beat up. He wrestles well enough that he doesn't feel out of place. Sami going for the first fall, 2. So yeah, you got to give him credit there. Smile mark is that, yeah, he might not have a memorable match. I mean, a little bit with his dad, but for different reasons. So he's making memorable matches another way. You got to give him credit for that. We'll see where the future. I remember he's young, right? So we'll see what his future brings. Ilya may come out after the match, or maybe the next week to step up to Ilya versus Braun and Bastion Berlin. Highly possible run-in. Big waist lock into a German. Braun Breaker is taking the crowd out of the building right now. Wrestling in about 5-star matches is all about the crowd reactions. Facts, MDB. Somewhere along the line, we lost sight of that. Again, I don't know. Again, you sit and watch a blood and guts match where nobody's cheering and you give it 4 3/4 stars, and you watch another match where the two guys are in there working and the crowd's losing their mind and you give it nothing. Like, it blows my mind. And Sami gets the first fall. That's a point, KJ. Sami gets the first fall. Braun gets the next 2, folks. As Sami hits the haluva kick and gets the surprise pin, Braun rolls out. And I love the graphics here for the 2 out of 3 falls. Dom should be WWE Employee of the Year. Hey, heel, villain, whatever you want to call him. What should be Otis versus Oba? Yeah, it feels like they teased that tonight. I'd like it to be someone else, but they felt like they teased Otis. Sami going to the outside, gets reversed. Oh, jumps up. Oh, onto the barricade, but gets caught by Braun Breaker and then torpedoed. Holy shit. Michael Cole just said Sami's dead as your commercial spot. Ladies and gentlemen, holy shit. Braun Breaker just chucked Sami Zayn like a lawn dart into the timekeeper's box. Holy hell. And as we go to commercial break, Michael Cole, Sami's dead. Holy shit. Wow. They just threw Sami like a lawn dart. Exactly. I don't know if you're repeating what I said or we said it at the same time, MDB. Insane spot. Even the camera got mixed up, so you couldn't really see. but it looks like he chucked Sami to the far barricade. Wow. Holy hell. So next week on Monday Night Raw, Dom will with Liv or Dom. Yeah, Akira. Yes, we're building towards Berlin. Like a lawn dart. Oh boy. How will Ludwig be inserted in the next PLE? We'll see. Maybe he just has a match with like Sheamus. But Sheamus has got a fight done. So I don't know. Good question, Tony. Sami looks dead. Michael Cole thinks he's dead. Pat McAfee was beside himself. Folks, if you are just tuning in, we are in the main event. 2 out of 3 falls. Sami Zayn got the first fall, but Braun Breaker just threw him like a sack of potatoes into the timekeeper area or the announcer's area, whatever you want to call it. And he's down and out going into this commercial. Though I admit this Little Caesars commercial is making me hungry. But ladies and gentlemen, get in that chat. How are you feeling about this one? Right? Like a lawn dart. Chuck that man. We had a triple threat women's tag title match next week. Yes, we do, Damian. As Fire and Dawn will take on Shazonia and Damage Control. Fatal 4-way next week. Let's go. Bron can't use the phrase, I trust you as far as I could throw you. Shit. Not with Sami anyway. Holy hell. That was insane. I thought he was going to throw him into the front barricade, or if anything else, like power slam him into the like the timekeeper area. I didn't think he was going to throw him. Fantasy booking. All right, Corey, what do you got? I know that it's impossible. What if Oba's open challenge was answered by Biggie? It'd be a really cool moment. Unfortunately, we're not going to get that. But yeah, you know, I mean, that would be pretty epic. You have a better shot of Odyssey Jones taking the challenge. WCW NWO reference. All right. I think WWE missing with calling Dom and Liv hashtag Liv Dom. They should call them Live Dirty. I agree with you. I accept that. Hashtag Live Dirty, folks. Make it a thing. Live Dirty. That's hilarious. I wasn't expecting him to launch Sami like that. Plot twist. W plot twist. There you go. As we are back from commercial break, Sami battling off the second rope, but up goes Bron. And the Frankensteiner with a little bit of pizzazz. 2 count, 2 count, 2 count. When do you think the best time for Alexa to return? I don't know. I mean, anytime. If it was my bet, anytime. Today, tomorrow, the next day, I don't care. It will all depend on how they're going to slaughter. I still think that there's a good chance she's somehow involved with the Wyatts, but I don't know that. So, I mean, again, you bring her back maybe at a pay-per-view or the Raw after a pay-per-view. She's going to get a pretty big pop. Live and dirty there. We be living dirty. Braun Breaker folding Sami in half. Setting up the spear. Jake something would be cool. I like that a lot. Smile Mark. Again, Jake something, a guy that could take the L, but come in and work big man style with Oba. Woo! That could cook. Braun firing up. Big spear. We are knotted. 1-1. 2 in a row. Braun Breaker takes the second fall. The crowd is quiet right now, as they should be. I'm not saying it as a negative. Huge spear. Jake something would be very good. Yeah, that's a good shout, Mark. I know we talk a lot of the big names, Moose or Josh Alexander, or, you know, I would love for Eric Young to pop back up. I think that'd be amazing. Back from break. Yes, we are. Something and Oba would feed families. Anthony, that is amazing. Yeah, I'm in with that 100%, sir. I think that's That could fly. Something versus Femi. Love to see it. Love to see it, folks. Let's see if we get 110 before we leave. 120. Let's be greedy. They see my nuggets. They hating. We be living dirty. We be living dirty. So stupid. So stupid. Match tied. Yes, it is. 300 likes. Let's go. Oh, on through Sami. As the building barks, just for the record, if anyone's following. What about the possibility of Oba versus Hammerstone again? Another big body match. Another slap fest between two meaty men. I'm all for it. Damian, so random, but yeah, I mean, again, with everything else going on, I could see it being a possibility for sure. I mean, why not? I mean, anybody and everyone else seems welcome. Yeah, I mean, again, I think is Tony Khan. I know right now is not the time. Is he alluding to? I don't know. Tony Khan's been full of bullshit. So could this be the right deal? Maybe. Maybe Hologram has a brother. Kaleidoscope. I don't fucking know. But Sami getting hooked up. Looking for the superplex. Sami grabbing that top rope, though. Sami holding on. There you go, Akira. Bronze Pine. Oh, power bomb! We got a two. Crowd is on their feet. 3 minutes left. Braun Breaker kind of looks like an angry pumpkin. Hammerstone and Richard Holiday to AEW to back MJF up in the future. Listen, if they could pull that off, that'd be really cool. I think that would be better than doing the Americana gimmick that he's doing right now. That would be outstanding if they could reunite them three. Sami going for the exploder. Braun fighting out of it and hits a belly to belly of his own. Woo! 2 count. Setting it up. Sami jumping the spear. Roll up. 2. I love a good belly-to-belly suplex. Let's go. Oh, going for that second spear. Big kick. Almost a version of the haluva, as Michael points out. Just falls on Breaker. Breaker kicks out at 2. There's a kid sitting right in the middle of the shot. Just looks so uninterested in everything that's going on or half falling asleep. It's ridiculous. No women's matches announced for NXT tomorrow night. That's interesting. I'd imagine we get something. And I feel like we did have... I'll double check, Damian. You might be right. No. Breaker to his feet. Catches Sami. Sami knocks him loose. Sami to the top. And speared the shit out of Sami Zayn. That will be all. Good night and still. What a spear. Sami gets folded in half. Braun Breaker retains the Intercontinental title. Sami is done. What a match. Breaker retains. Sami gets caught coming off the top, folks. Split in half. Hell of a spot. Sami battled. Odyssey Bronson, sign me up. Let's go. Like I said, we might need the meat division. We might need a new title for the super heavyweights. The meaty men title. Kaleidoscope and projector, right? Now we're going to go off air, I believe. There we go. There we go. Braun Breaker celebrating. Another reason why I want him to be called Rex Steiner, because Bronson and Braun are killing me. But that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Raw is in the books. Give me your rating out of 10. How did you feel about the show tonight? What did you like? What didn't you like? What was good? What was bad? What was in between? Again, I will say this before we talk about the individual matches or anything else. Tonight was another example of a show that it cooked. I thought the pace of the show, 3 hours doesn't feel like 3 hours anymore. I feel like we get to the end of the show and I want more. Are they still going? Or is there going to be, is there going to be a run over? Are we going to get more? What more can we get? Not much presence. We got the package from Bo Dallas for the Wyatt 6 this week, but they were a little quieter this week. CM Punk shows up to take out Drew. We'll see where that goes. We had a lot going on from start to finish, but the pace of it all, Breaker retaining 2 out of 3 falls, solidifies him as a champ. Plus, it puts him in a better match. It puts him in a longer match. It highlights more than just the fact that he's a powerhouse that has a spear. For my money, I liked Raw. But let's see what you guys had to say out there about the show tonight. 9 out of 10 from Eric. Interesting. 2 out of 7. Interesting rating. Do we get the NXT tag team champions tomorrow? Yes or no? I'm going to say yes. Let's say yes. 9. What was Sami even going for off the top rope? The double axe handle. Crossbody, maybe? I don't know. They should play the opener, Bin Cod Steel, and let's go. 9. Putting Sami away from this title like this frees him up to rejoin the Bloodline versus Cody storyline. Yeah, I completely agree with that. I think there's a big chance. I imagine the pop if there is this brawl, this Samoan brawl, but the bad guys are winning, and out of nowhere, Sami's music hits. I think the roof will come off the place. I think people will lose their mind at the idea of the honorary Uce rejoining and to help out with the war. Again, will it happen? I don't know, but I think that's a moment you work for. 8, very solid. I agree. Thoughts by the tree. Welcome, welcome, welcome. 6 out of 10 for Raw. Okay, Dale a little lower. 0 out of 10, no Trish. Fair enough. I'll give you that. 7.3 from Smile Mark. Great match. 7 out of 10 Raw. 2 hours. Hour 2 was meh. Fair enough. Fair enough. 6 from Tyrell. 7.9. So watching the range is very interesting for me. Solid show. TK needs to take notes. 10 out of 28. So that's the match. All right, Roman. Thank you for participating. 7 out of 10. Y'all being a bunch of haters on Raw. Nah, Denisha. Some are great, some are good, some are in between. But I don't think it's hate, it's opinion. No clue who Wyatt targets next. They feel done with Gable unless Gable being in France forced them to skip a week. I think that is more likely the case. I still feel like we're going to get a Bo Dallas, Chad Gable square off at some point. But yeah, I mean, I think Chad being in France, delayed that situation a little bit. So yeah, hang tight. They're doing fine, and we're all very into it. So I'm excited to see where it goes. Loads of filler, in my opinion. Killer opening. The opening smoked, and again, I don't disagree with a portion of that. But I thought the beginning was really good. I think what they're doing with Rhea Ripley is outstanding, and Damian. I kind of predicted Damian popping out through the curtain. I just thought the curtain was odd to be there. So yeah, we end up with the brawl. We end up with the run. We can knock them. Maybe they shouldn't have used Rhea's second entrance. We didn't need the entrance music twice. C'est la vie. That's being picky. But that opening segment into the first match all made sense. All works. CM Punk Drew works. I love what they're doing with Bronson Reed. So yeah, there's a lot there. 8 from Eric, 7 from Vance. I've been said Sami is not that good and his music theme is horrible. People love his music theme. Might not be my favorite, but people love it. And Sami is good. Sami just put over Braun Breaker, and Braun Breaker looks like a legitimate badass with that IC title. And a big part of that is Sami Zayn and being able to take that title from Sami Zayn and then have a match like tonight to solidify and go over Sami Zayn. You got to give the man his flowers. 8 out of 10. Kyle O'Reilly versus OC versus Roderick Strong. The winner won spot this Wednesday on Dynamite. Again, Yahtzee booking, scrambled eggs, call it what you will. 9 out of 10, 7.5. Safit, I think I'm going to steal your rating tonight. I think I'm in there with a 7.5. Could have been better. Some of the stuff was a little bit Philly. But like I said, I give Raw crazy marks because it doesn't feel slow. It doesn't feel like a long 3 hours. I watch 2-hour shows that feel longer than this show. So, yeah, solid. Not great, not average, somewhere in between. So 7.5 feels like that's where I'm landing this week. I didn't like that the women's tag went down to DQ and Odyssey didn't need to beat the Jobber. Yeah, Odyssey did need to beat the Jobber. You haven't seen Odyssey in 2 years. He finally made a comeback. Why should we care about him? You put him in there with a Jobber just to show off some of his moveset, give the fans a reason to know him. Again, I don't think it's not the best of ways to look at the situation. You need those matches. Certain matches like that serve a purpose. So I got no problem with that match at all. The DQ is to set up a triple threat. I don't love another triple threat, but it's on Raw, not a pay-per-view, so I'm good with it. Funny how that changed. Sami got that one, 7.75. Strong closing wrestling match, especially for Raw. Facts. Good show for tonight, 7 out of 10. That was probably Sami and Bron's best match together. Makes sense. There we go, 110. I like it. Agreed. I wonder how soon we get Jay and Sami versus JD for the tag belts. Maybe Berlin or a week before. I hope not, Richard. I know that's kind of what Jay wants. I mean, realistically, and you're going to hear it from me, and no one's here to argue with me right now, I could see Sami turning on Jey Uso. And I think Sami plays really well for her as a heel. Sami hasn't been a heel in a while. Some people are tired of him as a babyface. Jey Uso's hot, but not really doing much. Maybe that's what happens. Maybe Jey Uso pushes for this tag team, and Sami says, not this time. Number 1 spot for the Casino Battle Royale. My bad. Got you, Damian. Got you. All good. I will rise one more. So now it's an 8. Very good. Next week's show feels great. Women's triple threat tag match. Pete Dunne, Sheamus, and 6-man tag with the Final Testament in the New Day. So setting up already, Richard. Here we go. Myron Reed and Jordan Oliver. You guys are all over the place, but need to be in NXT ASAP. Very talented guys. I think Jordan Oliver might be close to or expected to be with AEW at some point. Myron Reed, I could see doing great things with. If Brock Lesnar comes back, needs to face Odyssey or Bronson, I would like to kill them. I still think if you get Brock back, which I don't think you do, if you get him back, it is Gunther. I wonder if Bron does make Berlin as he just did a title defense, but Ilya is right there. Again, it'll be very interesting because he just had this title defense, but do you quick time turn around for an Ilya? Or do you look at your schedule and go, okay, we got this world title match, we got that world title match, and maybe the IC title is not defended in Berlin. It's not uncommon. I see you're 7. I will raise you one more. 8. Fair enough, Byron. I like it. Raw is an A, and I loved it. Good. Glad to hear it, Jordan. Judgment Day don't really need the tag belts. Not many tag teams on Raw. Yeah, but I don't mind them having them for now. And again, you can set up baby faces to take them on. Them holding them while the division kind of forms around them, I think is okay. There's no real big rush to challenge them, and there's no really over-the-top challengers to come get it. So it doesn't stress me. Sami is a snake, can't be trusted. I'm with you, MDB. I got my eye on this guy. Brock Lesnar will be back in 2025. We'll see. JD don't really need the tag belts. Got that one. Folks, I am going to say last call on the chat. Sami goes heel again. I'm thinking maybe. And I think Jay is the perfect foil for that. I think they could have some really good matches. But then again, I still think he could be pulled in the bloodline. So guys, your guess is as good as mine. That's what we do here. We make stuff up, we fantasy book, we try and figure out where they're going. But yeah, we will see. Only time will tell. Big win for Bronson Reed tonight. Overall, a really solid Raw. I liked more than I didn't like. The pace is good. Solid. Yeah, exactly. Solid moments, but overall, solid. Well, I can take that. So, yeah, I think we give credit where credit is due tonight. But tomorrow we are back for NXT. Technically, the fallout from Great American Bash. Who will accept the open challenge? What else do we have going on? It's going to be a fun one, folks. But don't forget, we are back all week long. Dynamite, Wrestling Court. We got more interviews coming your way, more members only, more. We love doing it. Go check out the merch store. Follow us on our Discord and all our social media. All the links are below. Go watch the old episodes of Wrestling Court as well if you've missed them. They are awesome as we put Dom on trial, or the custody of Dom on trial this week. But I thank everybody for supporting the channel. Make sure you be a friend, tell a friend. Click all the links. On behalf of Big Nick and Anthony, I am KJ White. And until tomorrow, we'll see you on the flip side. Good night.